But
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
We have to go back!
I'm Steve.
What a wonderful day!
well, yeah, I had apparently Tanner made an intro for us, and what I did was I patched it up a little bit, but that's mostly him to thank. You have mostly him to thank for that. Because folks, I don't know if you noticed, but we have a new person on the show today. Um, it happened all of a sudden, really, as of the past 48 hours. This happened that we got him on board, but I'm glad he did. Do you want to introduce yourself?
So yeah, I'm Soren the Film Brony. I have my own YouTube channel. You mostly know me for doing my own podcast, the Film Brony podcast, on Nick and Neil's channel. But I think, and that's still my big priority podcast wise. But I figured I'd pop in here every Tuesday in between.
Yeah. So what happened was that, well, first of all, I wasn't sure if we were gonna do this show today. I wasn't sure because Chayton's at work. He's not going to appear unless he's going to do it to piss me off. But which we'll get to. But he's working today, and Tom has been very, very busy. His work schedule's been absolute hell. And the reason why we got Soren is because we don't know when he's going to return. He will return.
Okay.
I'm not. He's not leaving the show. I promise. He's not. But he claims that he might come here by the summer, come back here again. But I couldn't take that risk because take the risk of continue not hiring somebody else, because if we didn't hire and we just did it, just the three of us, and one person went out, we would have to delay it another week, and we'd probably be a bi-weekly podcast by that point.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
That would have been an absolute nightmare. So I contacted Soren. I mean, David suggested to me one other person. I was like, oh, I don't know about this. And I thought about Soren. I'm like, maybe I'll take this risk. I'll ask him. And he said yes. So now he's on this show, and I think he will do a very good job. I think he will. So we'll see what happens. There's been a lot of stuff that's been happening since we last spoke. Shrek 5.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not that great.
I mean, they have 2 years to patch it up. I'll give them credit.
I didn't mind it that much.
To be fair, that's not a teaser. That was a cast announcement. That was not a teaser.
Yeah.
And I heard some people defend the whole TikTok thing and saying, oh, Shrek has done pop culture references for years. It's nothing new. Yeah, but the thing is, Shrek has always been kind of, consistent with his pop culture references. Here it's just out of nowhere.
I feel like they're trying to address the stuff that happened with Puss in Boots, how it was a TikTok phenomenon, I guess, and they were trying to address that, and how Shrek's popularity kind of came back because of what TikTok did and the memes and things like that. But I will say, if this is the animation style that they're going for, I hope to God it's not. They have 2 years to make it look more consistent, because this doesn't look consistent with me. I understand Puss in Boots is a different art style, but you know what? Be consistent with the actual Shrek movies. I don't know how I feel about it. It looks kind of like they cheapened out and outsourced it to another animation studio. But again, DreamWorks has been outsourcing to animation studios apparently since The Wild Robot. That was their last in-house production.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
At least as far as I know.
See, but I'm so out of the loop when it comes to DreamWorks, but I mean, I still watch some of their stuff, but like,
I mean,
I
yeah,
just
the
don't-
last
I'm
movie
not
I
very
watched was Well
knowledgeable.
Robot, but before that, that was before I saw that. The last movie I watched was Boss Baby 2, and I'm like, fuck that. I went into a midlife crisis. I don't hate as much as Soren does, but I hate that fucking movie
One of the
badly.
worst fucking movies ever.
It's awful. It's one of the worst, easily one of the worst animated movies I've ever seen. But after that, I didn't watch anything until fucking Wild Robot because of the critical acclaim it had. And I think the acclaim is mostly worth it. You know, there are a couple of issues I had, but it's they're minor issues. I feel
And the
like they're
thing
back
is-
on track. Dogman got good reviews, as far as I know. Got good reviews.
And the
It did
thing is,
well.
the movies they put out between Boss Baby and Wild Robot have been mostly good. I mean, Bad Guys was really good. So was Puss in Boots. Ruby Gilman.
Oh, that one I heard was a big bomb. That was a big bomb.
Yeah, and Trolls Band Together. Even as a fan of the first one, yeah, it's not
Here
good.
comes fucking Trolls Band Together, whatever the fuck the YouTube channel is, saying it's the best movie of all time, and they're
Yeah,
gonna
fucking-
criticize everything that we say.
And Kung Fu Panda 4, I didn't hate it as much as everyone does, but it's still not great.
But yeah, but
I
do enjoy
forgot
the
that
Wild
Kung Fu
Robot.
Panda 4 happened. That's crazy.
Then again, so did a lot of people. So you're not alone.
Okay, good.
In terms of what?
In terms of forgetting Kung Fu Panda 4 came out.
I didn't forget. It was one of the highest grossing movies of the year. Really, it is.
I definitely forgot it came out.
You know what I forgot? Inside Out 2 came out. I forgot that came out, and that's the highest grossing movie domestically and worldwide.
At least until that one Chinese movie recently.
Well, at least that was wasn't that this year? Oh wait, that's right. Fuck that Chinese. What the fuck is with that movie? It was the highest.
China has so many people in it.
But that movie, I never even heard of it until it came out here in North America, and even with that, it wasn't even that wide of a release. You would think that because it made so much money worldwide that it would get a wide release. No, I think it was just 2 days and that was it.
That's insane. That's crazy.
And I didn't know it was a fucking first one. To be fair, I don't focus on Chinese movies all that much. And what's funny is that with that movie, Nishua 2 or whatever the fuck it's called, can't even pronounce that.
Niza 2, I think.
Niza 2, like in terms of the critical impact that it had, you know, the Chinese people saying it was a milestone for international cinema. The netizens of China, they voiced pride in the film's success, and it apparently inspired direct comparisons between it and Captain America: Brave New World. That's right. They compare it to Brave New World because Chinese people hated that movie for, quote, its lack of appeal, soulless structure, and hypocritical representation of the United States.
And I'm probably one of the biggest fans of Brave New World, and I give it an 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
You know, I like Brave
thought
New World
America
too.
didn't like that movie, but China hated it even more. To be fair, China usually loves the Marvel movies, so I don't even know what happened here.
Mm.
Was it because the movie is more of a political thriller? I don't know. Was it because people didn't like how Sam was Captain America now? I'm like, bitch, Endgame made money in China too, so you knew this by now. You known it for 60 years. I'm like, oh no. Probably because they didn't know, because Falcon Winter Soldier probably was banned in the damn country. I don't even know if they even have Disney Plus in China.
Maybe it's because of the whole MCU fatigue that's been going on for the past couple of years.
I don't know for China. You know, they hate. I think it's more of just franchise fatigue. I think it's like America fatigue, because Chinese movies have been making more money than most American movies make down there. A lot of the American movies that get released in China now get banned for stupid reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like Top Gun Maverick got banned over a fucking flag, one flag, and it got banned.
And don't even get me started that Beauty and Beast remake and how they banned it for like 5 seconds.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Didn't Eternals get banned too? Didn't it get banned? Oh my god.
So.
Onward, that probably got banned for 5 seconds. In other words, yeah, those commies are. Yeah, I don't understand what's going on with this. Like, I never even seen I've seen the poster, but I haven't seen any footage. I don't know what's going on with this movie. I don't. Oh yes, let your dick get banned over a kiss that's over off to the side for like 5 seconds. It's not even in the middle of the frame. It's in the little corner, and they banned it.
Honestly, they're probably not missing much because Lightyear is not very good of a movie.
It's like they banned it for
I
that.
still haven't seen Lightyear,
but it's kind of getting a little bit ridiculous in terms of that movie because I'm like, I never heard of it. I don't know. It's made $2 billion.
That's dang.
If this movie makes more than fucking Avatar, I don't know what I'm gonna do in my life.
No.
It
Because
probably will.
I never even heard of this movie. It didn't even get a wide release here, and it made you're gonna practically beat Avatar.
And don't worry, James Cameron will host a last-minute re-release to beat it.
That's true. I'm like, oh, maybe since the sequel is supposedly coming, the third movie's supposedly coming out this year.
Hey, remember that Endgame was #1, and then after COVID, China reopened and everything. They just showed Avatar again, and
that's how I got it because they did a reissue of Endgame in COVID, and then China came out with Avatar just in that. It wasn't the wider re-release until 2022. It was just in China, and then he got to take his record back because of China.
Yeah,
he got all pissy about it. He got his record back, and I bet you Avatar 3 will be at the end of this year. If it does come out, we'll probably beat this movie. Probably.
Yeah. Who knows?
Because it's gonna make easy $2 billion, and that is if they even put the fucking movie out. Come on, give me a trailer. Come on, don't do it. I mean, do it. I mean, not don't do it. Like, put it out. But
I mean, what competition does Avatar have? That SpongeBob movie?
I don't think it has much competition. People could, when it comes to Avatar and December, like, there's not much. There would be Five Nights at Freddy's 2 and Anaconda and The Housemaid. That's it.
And that one Safdie Brothers movie.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's going to be wide. But Anaconda is going to be Anaconda. At least I didn't know they were remaking Anaconda until literally about a few weeks ago. But I'm happy they're making it a comedy, because if they made it a serious movie, I'd be like, fuck you. Because apparently it's a comedy making fun of the first movie, because the first movie is awful. It's bad.
Yeah, I've heard it's not great.
It's bad. I think it's boring. The CGI is horrific. I mean, the scene where John Voight gets spit out by the anaconda. That's a sight to see.
I mean, I saw the movie Queer. I had my share of poorly CG snakes in the movie Queer, but if I see Anaconda, I bet it'll be worse.
Oh, geez. Trust me.
The
those
only Anaconda movie I've seen was Anacondas.
Oh, Hunt for the Blood Orchid? Oh, no. I heard that's even worse. Aliens. I heard that's even worse. I've never even seen. Oh, yeah. Their unofficial first installment of the Owen Wilson Dies trilogy.
Oh, wow. I'm fucking dead.
Armageddon would be the second. The Haunting was the third. Well, The Haunting's not very good. Fuck
that remake.
Oh, well, I think at least his death scene was funny. That was funny. That was funny. When he loses his head with bad CGI. At least that was funny. But other than that, it was boring. That's the main problem I have with it. It was boring.
Mm-hmm.
And the CGI was bad, too, in that movie, too, when I'm thinking about it. Oh, my God. That was pretty bad. But, other things that happened, the Oscars, which I'm not going to get into because fuck them.
13 nominations and 2 wins. I'm fucking happy.
I watched it on Hulu, and then
it crashed.
Yep, it crashed.
Happy Best Picture goes to nobody. Nobody as a nobody.
Hey, nobody. That's a good movie.
It is a good movie. I'm gonna take that over fucking. Oh my god!
Yeah,
I mean,
I watched Adrian Brody's 5-minute speech, and then all of a
I
sudden
don't
it
know
was
anything
like,
about the Oscars because, frankly, I didn't give a shit. But he went on for 5 minutes and nobody cut him off.
And he beat the record for the longest Oscar speech.
The music started playing, and he basically was like, "I know what that music is. I've done this before. Stop it. Let me say what I need to say."
And this time he didn't kiss
He didn't kiss Halle
Cillian
Berry,
Murphy.
did he? Or was it Halle Berry?
He
Yeah,
didn't kiss Cillian Murphy as he handed him the trophy.
I didn't kiss
Oh.
Cillian Murphy. But I feel like they make a good point. I think award season for me, I'm like, I am fucking done with award shows because why should people tell me what's the best picture of the year? Especially considering the best picture winner was one of the most overrated films of last year. Sorry.
I liked it.
So
I
I know
liked
Soren liked it, and I'm sure if I
And
watch
Sean
it all-
Baker comes off like a fucking asshole. Yeah, hot take, motherfucker.
Four-time
watched
Academy
this-
Award winner Sean Baker right there.
I did watch this video after the Oscars, and it had like a
But
it had a really
from what
good
I understand is that he was bitching about how Anora didn't make as much money at the box office as, say, other movies. I think. Don't quote me on that. If that's what he was saying, go fuck yourself. You indulgent bastard.
He was mostly talking about, I think, just the theatrical experience.
Yet that
Like-
movie doesn't deserve a theatrical experience. I'm sorry.
But,
I hated that movie. I didn't like it. I'm sorry.
I watched this video, and it was talking about maybe the Oscars really does need to go back to 5 nominations for
No.
Best Picture.
No.
It's a
The
10.
Keep it at
reason
9 or 10.
the reason why they said this, because back around the time of The Dark Knight getting snubbed and everything, and if you look at the nominations for that year, it was stuff
Just
like
replace
The
Reader with The Dark
Reader
Knight.
and
Easy.
things that people haven't seen. So it's like the idea was spreading it over to 10 nominations. You have more chances of putting in movies that people have actually seen instead of more. And for a few years, it did work until eventually it became
back
just
to
a dumping
bait.
ground for more independent films that less people have seen.
Besides,
And that's
nor
how
did it get a
Extremely
wide
Loud and
release. As far as I
both
know,
got
it didn't get a
nominated.
wide release.
Yes.
So
I agree.
people are like,
Soren.
what the fuck is that? Most people at home anyway. If you're a fucking normie like me, I don't know. To me, the editing in that movie was fucking bad too. Like, the movie's too long. I have a lot. I don't think I've ever talked about my thoughts about it. If I did, I apologize if I'm repeating myself. But like the movie, the reason why I don't like it is because it does not focus on its central character, and she gets no fucking character development. What's the fucking point if there's no character development? The writing's bad, it's sophomoric, and they want to make serious subjects sound funny. Like, make it comedy. The fucking rape eyes scene. The fucking scene where she gets held against her will against the 2 Russians were fucking stupid, by the way. Oh, God, I'm already going to have a fucking stroke if I continue. I have to stop because I know I'm going to have
careful,
a fucking
Victor.
I'm going to have a stroke thinking about the roommate.
I'm just glad that Amelia Perez lost out of.
I just
Foreign
think that
film.
Dune Part 2 should have won.
I joked with Morgan when we were watching it about Zoe Saldana winning that Oscar and then getting the hell out of Dodge because she knows she's the only one that's going to,
She left? She left right afterwards?
I don't no, I don't think so, but I was just making a good joke that she was getting the hell out of Dodge because she knows she's the only one that's going to, survive.
I mean, she was good, but the real winner wasn't even nominated. Margaret Qualley.
For me, you know me, I'm a little bit different. I'm more of a genre fan. I'm more of a mainstream guy, so I don't even know what would be my pick for best supporting
Ariana
actress.
Grande, maybe.
Well,
did like
I
Wicked.
feel like they didn't give it to her because there's still the sequel to come out.
Hmm.
Then they'll give it to her.
I saw an article today that basically said that this year is Wicked's time. Wicked for Good's time to actually shine and probably.
That's why,
take
because it's
home
like it's
more
Lord of the
awards.
Rings syndrome. It's Lord of the Rings syndrome. They didn't give it till the last movie. They waited.
Yeah.
Sure, they could have easily said, "We'll give you Best Picture," but what if the second half sucked?
It was basically
the thing
like,
is-
the collective Oscars that all the Lord of the Rings movies should have won.
And
Yeah,
the thing is, I haven't seen the stage show, but from what I hear, I heard the first act is really good, but the second act is where it kind of fell apart. I think that's why it lost to Avenue Q at the Tonys.
I've heard that Wicked second half does feel like rushed,
Yeah,
but you have a
that's
full
right.
movie. You
which
got
does
great-
happen a lot in musicals.
But
I
now
feel
you can
like.
take your time. It's a second full movie, and it's gonna be probably just as long.
Yeah, and that they're also adding new music to it as well.
Yeah, and
So it'll get nominated for Best Original Song.
Oh
And
yeah,
Cynthia Erivo will
did
get an
Diane
EGOT.
Warren win? Did Diane Warren win? For the record, I want to know if Diane
No.
Warren won.
No,
Of course she did it.
And honestly,
Yeah,
I would have taken her getting honestly, I would have taken her getting an Oscar over Amelia Perez winning anything.
Yeah,
True. I'd rather just that would be true. Like Diane Warren, you get your Oscar, now leave us alone.
Victor, did you hear about the composer/songwriters for Amelia Perez just randomly singing at the Oscars?
What?
As they accepted the award, the lady just started accepting it by singing, and it was
randomly
what is
singing, so that
happening here?
yeah, randomly singing. That's Amelia Perez the movie in a nutshell.
And because I've seen Amelia Perez as well, and I think the two songs that got nominated
We're
are
bad.
not even the best songs in that movie.
Yeah,
I can't believe that they got away with fucking singing on the actual fucking stage. God, Amelia Perez just go away. I think it's gonna be fucking forgotten. It's gonna be forgotten.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be forgotten,
the meme
especially
will last
after I'm
forever,
still here
though.
one.
The meme will forever last. That's for fucking sure. That's for certain. But
Yeah, I even made a video about it recently on my channel.
It's just
I might have seen it actually, Soren. I think so.
But in terms of how the other here's the thing though. What won? I don't know what was nominated for sound mixing or sound or whatever the fuck the sound category. I don't even know what.
Oh, I can tell you. I got the Wikipedia page. We Doom Part 2 won. There's A Complete Unknown, the Bob Dylan biopic. There's Amelia Perez. There's Wicked, and there's A Wild Robot.
Where the fuck Civil War? Where the fuck is that? Civil War sound mixing is incredible.
And The Fall Guy.
True that. The Fall Guy. I mean, Wicked, I understand because it's a musical. But Amelia Perez, apparently the music sounds like shit. It sounds distorted, from what I understand.
And for Wicked, I hear they actually sung live. They did a Les Miserables.
Great, but John M. Chu is better than Tom Hooper. He's better than Tom Hooper.
Yeah, because one of the problems with Tom Hooper's approach was having the actors dictate when the music goes, which made
Really? So the composer, who did the music, or
yeah,
fuck,
they had to work around whatever they decided to do.
Oh my god!
So things that are supposed to be fast in Les Mis or Cats is now super slow or super
Jesus, Tom Hooper, you're giving him free range and it didn't work.
At least Wicked had the common courtesy to hire actual singers to do it.
Yeah, unlike fucking Russell Crowe, who does not sing. He does not. He does not sing because that fucking. I will forever remember that piece of shit.
Your time is up and your parole's begun.
Yes. listen, there was this one time I was at this arcade bar with my old boss.
Stop the madness.
And she was playing there was the arcade Guitar Hero, and she was playing Paint It Black on there. And then I
That's racist.
I came up to her and I was like, this is how Javert would sing it. And I just started like belting like Russell Crowe, Paint It Black.
Oh, Jesus
I
Christ.
can only imagine.
You're going to make Stanley Kubrick roll in his fucking grave.
And the thing is, Russell Crowe can sing just in the right genre.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's the one who can't sing, fucking Pierce Brosnan. He can't sing what's for shit. He can't. He cannot sing for shit. Mamma Mia was really made me want to jump off a cliff. Because his singing. Oh boy, it seems like they snubbed a lot of movies. Like Dune, how many nominations got? 5, maybe 6?
5.
And they're not even like, to me, like, I don't know, like the first movie was good, it was great, but then the second movie was better, and then it didn't. I thought Dune was gonna, like, at the beginning of last year, I thought Dune was gonna swipe everything. I really want to know what happened.
I mean,
They're waiting to do Messiah to give them all the awards.
I wonder if some of it has to do with the time in which it came out. It came out in the first half of the year.
Came out in March.
Yeah.
Jeez. Of course. They only have a 2-month fucking 2-month memory. October and December.
Also,
November,
there
December,
was the whole, like, people have been. I really didn't think about this as I was watching it, but it was after the fact that they forgot a lot of people in the in memoriam.
Oh my God, they missed.
They forgot Tony Todd. They forgot
Harriet the Spy.
Bernard Hill. Yeah.
Michelle
Trachtenberg. They remembered what's his face, but they forgot
Gene Hackman and not Michelle Trachtenberg, even though she was in fucking movies. Stupid.
Yeah.
So fucking stupid, especially considering that death hit a lot of people hard, including myself.
Then they also forgot Arlie Ermy one year, so never forgive them.
It's pretty sad when the Grammys probably got everything right in their in memoriam. Then the Oscars always having a fucking stroke every year when it comes to that.
Yeah.
It seems like they should be in memoriam. The Oscars put it down. Oh boy! Oh my God!
At least Flo got an Oscar.
I think it should have went to either Inside Out 2 or Wild Robot. I think, yes, it's the major studio pictures, but a lot of people like the Wild Robot. And Inside Out 2 was a fucking achievement for animation because of how much it made, how the reviews were great. I don't understand why an indie movie that barely anybody has seen.
I do really want to see Flo, though.
I think Romy will really like Flo. It's because considering the main character is a cat.
Oh, jeez.
And it was made completely in the free software Blender.
And it was made in Blender. Oh my God. It was
and under 3 million.
Jesus, 3 million? And it under fucking Blender.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But yeah, that whole thing. I mean, I don't know how well Conan O'Brien did. I'm assuming he did a good job because he's Conan O'Brien. He's better than fucking Jimmy Kimmel for a third.
I mean, if he called out on the Carla Gassan's bullshit, then he's all right in my book.
Yeah, there was a few jokes where I'm like, oh, those didn't land, but then he like kind of recovered from them and made other stuff funny.
Mm-hmm. But yeah.
Which you're a good comedian if like you know that like that joke didn't work, so let me quickly, do another one.
At least it wasn't Kimmel. I'm tired of him.
At least he's half America.
Mm-hmm.
Well, to be fair, it's better than James Corden. If James Corden did it, I would have just shoot my fucking brains out.
Don't worry, he's too busy with that Smurfs, with that shady-looking Smurfs movie.
He's in that shitty Smurfs movie?
I didn't realize he was in that. Oh no. That makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Influencer Smurf.
It makes sense that he's a Smurf because fucking, nobody likes him. Not even the celebrities do, and that's why he barely gets fucking shit now. He barely gets anything. He's cursed. Oh, Madam Web won worst picture. Oh, yeah. The world's right with the world.
My number 2 behind that Saving Bikini Bomb shit.
I think Madam Web was that eliminated my fucking brain cells for good, and I think the nominations weren't even enough, to be honest, because with that movie, like nobody cared when they were making that movie. Nobody cared.
Yeah.
Nobody cared.
And you want to know who else won a Razzie? Francis Ford Coppola.
Good.
He
Good.
accepted it too.
That's what you get for hanging out with those minors.
Yeah.
And the whole go back to the club.
Go back to the club. Fucking no.
I like that movie, but that was cheesy.
I did a full fucking rant. I don't know if Jared was there when I did it, but my God, I was mad. I was mad.
I mean, it's not great, but it is interesting.
I don't think it's even interesting. I think it's overlong and pretentious.
I will eventually watch it, Soren.
It's a joke. It feels like the visual effects almost feels like it was made by AI almost.
The VFX are really cheap, I'll give you that.
And they're done by like a really good studio. I forget which one. I think it's MPC who did them. Fucking MPC or Weta. I can't remember whom. But, like, come on. Like, for a movie that cost 120 something odd million, it looks like that. It looks about as cheap as it makes fucking Stagecraft movies look good. Stagecraft, the volume thing. But damn, that's terrible. That's terrible. And then the Oscars, well, do better next year. Oh no, they're not gonna do better next year. I mean, to me, I feel like in terms of who should have won, if I'm gonna be a little bit more objective, about it, I think The Substance should have won. You know why? Because it would have been the first. I don't know if you even consider it a horror film. Some people do, other people don't. But if you do, it would be the first horror film since. No, Silence of the Lambs not a horror. It's not a horror film. Forget that. It's not a horror film. But it'll be the first horror film to win Best Picture. And, that's daring. And, even though I initially thought it was overrated when I first saw it, but the more I thought about it, the more I've been thinking about it these past couple of days, I'm like, I'd rather watch this over Anora again. I would.
It was my number 1 for a reason. And
because even though there's a lot of flaws in the third act, the third act is where it got all weird. But I really liked the first 2/3. I think I was a little harsh when I first reviewed it because I love the first 2/3. But you know how I feel. It's not about how you start; it's about how you finish. But other than that, I think the movie it handled its message well. Sure, the editing's a little messy, but I understood what they were going for. And I understood. Nor I don't understand it. I don't. You just didn't get it. Of course, yeah, I don't understand.
You couldn't even save a relationship with a stripper.
But yeah, I'd rather take that. And plus, Demi Moore, I think she did a really great job in the movie. I think it was a lock for her. I really don't know why they gave it to Maggie Madison. I'm not saying she's a bad actress. Scream 5 was my favorite film of 2022. Okay, and she was great in that. But I don't know. For some reason, I don't know. I feel like to me she hasn't been in enough films. To me, I don't know. I don't really run around with the indie crowd. I'm not like that, with a couple of exceptions. But it could have been. I think it should have been. It was long overdue for Demi Moore. She's a great actress, always has been. Even though Striptease was a terrible movie, and Indecent Proposal is not good either. But I think she deserved it. Out of all the ones who were nominated, although to be fair, I think they snubbed quite a few. I know I've said Your Monsters were the best films of last year, and I will continue to declare that it is. But Melissa Barrera should have been nominated. I really do believe that. I really do believe she should have been nominated.
But no, let's nominate Carla Sofia Gasson.
No. And yeah, let's get controversial. Yeah. Talk about like get your ass canceled on Twitter over saying stupid shit.
Yeah.
Instead of Melissa Barrera.
And June Squibb. And Angelina Jolie.
It's just, damn, it's fucking ridiculous. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. And then there's a couple of other movies that I could have seen a nomination for, but more so than fucking, for example, Florence Pugh didn't get nominated for We Live in Time.
I thought about that a lot.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? I think as much as Andrew Garfield was great,
Well,
she was better than him.
Me as a big lover of the movie Challengers, I wish Zendaya had been nominated.
Nah, Luca Guana, go fuck yourself. I'm gonna keep calling him that. I don't care. And then Nosferatu, nothing. No, I take that back. Shut the fuck up. I don't care if I'm being biased. That's her award. That's it. Finito, Civil War. That's it.
Yeah, Nosferatu only got a few technicals, and that's it.
You're done. Melissa Barrera, put that in the trash. Kirsten Dunst. There you go. Oh, you're indulgent. Yeah, I am very indulgent. But yeah, technicals, that's it. Not even Bill Skarsgård. I think that was a lock. He did a phenomenal job. I thought that was a lock.
And certainly better than when he did The Crow.
And then, Alex Garland, that whole movie should have got fucking, it got nothing. Civil War got nothing. And I bet you it's because of the nature of that movie where it does not pick a side politically. That's why. But, they like picking stuff that actually does pick a side, Emilia Perez. But rather than just showing the whole spectrum of everything, no, we can't do that. Fucking ridiculous. And it's funny because A24 has gotten better and better as a studio ever since they decided to commit to mainstream movies. And they get fucking shafted like this. Oh, I guess The Brutalist, but I never seen it. It's long.
I put it on the
I've been
wheel.
wanting to watch The Brutalist for and I haven't been wanting to, rent it for $20 on Prime.
Jesus
so
Christ.
I found out that there was one theater in Charleston, which is the state capital here, and it was one extremely small independent theater where the theater might be the size of the room that I am in.
Well, at least it's getting a 4K release later this month.
And you gotta get
good,
it
because I want to see.
You didn't even get it
I need
else.
to see. You know me. I love my 3.5 hour epics. So.
Unfortunately, apparently, I'm gonna spoil this for a minute in terms of what I asked Soren to put on the wheel. He put The Brutalist on the wheel, so we have to watch this movie eventually.
Oh, okay.
But great! I can't wait to watch a 3-hour, 40-something minute movie. Although the file I saw had 3 hours 20 minutes, so I guess they probably cut something, or cut the intermission.
Soren and I will have a thrilling conversation.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I like the movie, but me with long movies.
Hey, you're just lucky I didn't put Spider-Verse on there.
No, thank you very much. Thank you. At least you didn't want to kill me. But we will get to that eventually. I don't know when that's gonna happen, but it will. But yeah, I just didn't care about the Oscars. A lot of the movies that they nominate, I just don't give a shit about. I just don't. To me, I've seen better movies that that didn't get nominated. For example, Nosferatu over the technical awards didn't get anything. King of the Planet of the Apes didn't get anything. So awards got fucking Jack. A Different Man did get Jack.
Makeup, that's it. Hell, I'll take Sebastian Stan getting nominated over A Different Man over the other one where he played Donald Trump.
Also, I think Fancy Dan should have gotten nominated. I'm the only person who's fucking seen that movie.
I've never even heard of it, so that's
It's only Gladstone. It's an Apple movie. Apple as in the streaming service, Apple TV Plus.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, most of this I just don't care. Like, maybe it's because 2024 was not that good of a year for movies. Although I think
Yeah,
it was better than
wasn't.
23. 23 was horrific. But I just like, oh, maybe it's because I'm a little bit niche when it comes to what movies I like. Or maybe I'm just cranky about modern movies in general, because I feel like I rant a lot about modern movies and then always praise the past ones. Like, look at half my damn reviews this year, but I actually reviewed something like for Trap, hated it. Watchers I thought was okay. Megalopolis I hated. Madam Web I hated.
You liked
First,
Deadpool and Wolverine.
yeah, but I still think it's kind of overrated. People give that movie 5 stars. I'm just like, no, it's not one of the best MCU movies. You kidding me? It's good for what it is, but I don't think it's as good as Deadpool 2. I don't even think it's as good as Deadpool 2. I think Deadpool 2 is a little bit better.
Yeah, Deadpool 2 is a bit better.
And then also it ends with us. I think I like that movie. I'll admit, I think I like that movie better than most people. And I think that movie was just okay at best.
Yeah, I like that movie.
I thought it was just okay at best. I gave it a 2.5 out of 5. Because maybe it's because I separated the controversies with the movie itself. It helped me a little bit better. But then also, too, like, I still have issues with it.
Is it horrible for me to say that I like Blake Lively in that movie and I like Justin Baldoni in it?
Oh my god! You know what's funny? Ever since I did that review, both of them have come out, and pretty much both of them are pieces of shit. I'm confirming that both of them are pieces of shit.
I mean, it's basically Johnny Depp and Amber Heard.
Yeah, both of them are pieces of shit. Fuck
people,
off.
honestly.
At first I was like, oh, am I gonna be on Baldoni's side? Because he was mostly doing most of the talking the first time. But then when all the stuff has come out since, I'm just like, fuck both of you. Get your shit together. That's what I think. And then
there's the whole thing of like Justin Baldoni being like, oh, Nice Pool is supposed to be making fun of me and everything.
Oh god. And then Ryan Reynolds, uncredited you got into a fight with Ryan Reynolds, allegedly. My god. And that's why Ryan Reynolds' career is downhill too. I think his career suffered because of this damn controversy. I think it's suffering. I truly believe that. If his new movie, Animal Friends, that comes out later this year, doesn't make money, that's because of this fucking controversy. I'm telling you right now.
He's probably lucky if the Russos call him back for Secret Wars.
I don't think they're gonna call him back. I feel like that's not the kind of movie to be like putting Deadpool in as a joke. No, I don't think so. I think Deadpool, in terms of how it's gonna fit in the MCU, if they make another one, which I don't know if they are, considering Reynolds is being a piece of shit, but it's gonna be more separate. Like, they can still reference things, but like it's more standalone, if you will. I guess that's what I think, because to me it doesn't really work well with the interconnecting building shit. Anyway, I'm having a stroke, but
and you haven't
Monkey
even
Man.
got to the roommate yet.
Monkey Man. Why the fuck that wasn't nominated for at least like something? Editing, maybe.
Maybe if the Oscars include a stunts category like the Fall Guy suggested.
Oh yeah. They did that one fucking clip last year. Oh, we're paying tribute to stunts now. I'm just like, no, that's not good enough, bitch.
But no, they'll make a best casting award first.
Yeah, make a best casting award. Apparently, I think it's gonna debut next year, but not the stunt people. I'm not saying casting people aren't important. I'm just saying the stunt people risk their damn lives for our entertainment.
And I guarantee if they do include a stunt category next year, I bet I guarantee Tom Cruise will finally get one, because he was overdue for one since at least born the 4th of July.
Yeah. I mean, I think he deserved it for Jerry Maguire, but then again, Jerry Maguire is my all-time favorite movie. I'm completely biased when I say that. I don't even know who won Best Actor that year.
Jeffrey Rush.
No, right. Fucking Shine. Who the fuck seen that movie except for maybe Soren?
I have it on my watch list. I have it on Blu-ray.
God. I mean, I understand Francis McDormand, okay? I understand that. I agree with that. But Jeffrey Rush? The English Patient winning Best Picture overall? Who the fuck seen? Oh, wait, everybody's seen The English Patient, but no, they're like Elaine from Seinfeld. They fall asleep to it. It's a nice way to go to sleep to. Anyway, I'm done talking. Jared, you go first.
Okay. So, I was originally going to do this as my first review of the month on my channel, but I'm holding it off until this next Saturday because I'm lazy. But I finished watching all of the Dark Age Disney movies.
Oh yes, the Dark Age,
Oh yeah,
everybody's
the 70s
favorite.
and 80s ones.
So yes, there's this one guy that I watch. He hasn't produced anything in quite some time, but his name is Joe the Disney Guy.
Oh, you're repeating. Oh, great. Yeah. You talked about this before. You're gonna repeat yourself.
Because he likes calling it the transitional era because the Dark Age has this stigma to it that everything in it was bad, or that
I'll even say the 2000s were the darker age for Disney.
I think not the early
especially
2000s.
financially.
I don't think the early stages of that second Dark Age. I think the middle part is when everything just started to fall apart. I think from Treasure Planet onwards. But the first part is good.
Yeah, Treasure Planet toward Meet the Robinsons.
So yeah, the Dark Age has. Let me see how many films. 1, 2, 3.
And some of those Dark Age, some movies on the first Dark Age are pretty good. I will admit.
7. Has what, 8 films in total? Yeah, and that's the thing. Like it's the Dark Age because they're now without Walt Disney. Walt Disney has died. In fact, Aristocats was the last film that he like signed off on before he died and everything. That there is some stuff in say like Robin Hood where he was like playing around with some ideas, but like they didn't start dealing with those ideas until after his death. So yeah, it goes from the Aristocats, which was 1970, all the way to
Oliver and Company.
Oliver and
Company in 88, which just 1 year before Little Mermaid. And
depending on where you have Oliver and Company is on this list, I'm gonna have a lot to say about that movie.
Right.
James Mangold co-wrote that movie, by the way.
I was gonna say that first and foremost. James, did you know James Mangold wrote that fucking movie? That's his first job. That was his first screenwriting job.
Oh my gosh! Well, maybe I'll have to bring that up in my review.
And now he's a Best Director winner.
And
so
now, wait, he won Best Director?
No, nominee. I meant nominee.
Oh, because I'm like, fucking Sean Baker, that hack one, not James Mangold. I would be happier about James Mangold than Sean Baker. Are you kidding me? Anyway, that's enough.
So, yeah. Overall, before I like do my ranking and stuff, I really kind of have I really kind of enjoy this era a little. I enjoy it more than the package film era.
Well, at least the package film sometimes could be fucking boring.
Yes, that is the thing, and a lot of the stuff like The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad are good and fun and stuff, and I have nostalgia for Melody Time, but like not everybody has nostalgia for Melody Time, so like nobody's gonna like.
It didn't even have a whole video release until 1998. That's the first time it came out on VHS, 98.
So yeah, and at least like if there were blunders, which for me there was at least one really big blunder, and we all know what it is. It was a swing and a miss. So starting out, with at the very bottom of my list is, of course, The Black Cauldron.
Oh,
my number
dear
eight as well.
Lord.
Which I do not think is like a absolute terrible movie. It's a
like a
very
five.
ambitious movie. It's actually kind of beautifully animated. They were very inspired by Sleeping Beauty in particular, with like
Yeah,
that's
it was
the
shot at
style of the
Technorama
movie.
too. I think it was Technorama. It could have been CinemaScope. I think it's Technorama though.
And it was thing was like this last time I was watching it, I was into it for about like 20 minutes or so, 25 maybe. And then after that, I just kind of was forgetting everything I was watching. I really was. It just became very boring because the main
funny
character,
because I
the main
remember really
cast
liking
is
the movie
so
when I was a kid.
dull in this. And that's the problem. Despite like some nice animation and a really cool villain and everything, there's just nothing about it that's memorable except for, it's mediocre.
You know why? You want to know why? You want to know why?
Jeffrey Katzenberg.
Katzenberg.
Yeah.
Oh, you son of a bitch. I thought you said you had work.
The final boss shows up whenever he wants, and I'm
I
on my
said you had
break,
work.
motherfucker. I'm on my break. I just wanted to come in here and just see how everything's going. Is the ship running smoothly?
Right now, yes, but I'm going to fucking crash it. We'll talk about the roommate, you motherfucker. You
Oh, yes. But thank you though, Victor, for making sure that tonight was yes. That way I didn't have to watch The Roommate for this upcoming fucking thing. If you really wanted to get back at me, you still could have pushed it back to next week, and then you could have still had me suffer with you. But instead, like a dumbass, you decided to soldier on. I give you credit for that. And now you suffer without me, and I get to watch and potentially get aroused by your suffering because your tears turn me on. Anybody's tears turn me on, except for my girl because I hate when she cries.
Jesus Christ. You have no fucking idea. I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to ruin myself a little bit. I actually wrote down notes for the first time for this review.
Oh, whoa.
You did what?
I wrote down notes.
You wrote notes?
I wrote notes. And I don't think I've ever done that on the show. I don't think I have anyway.
I used to do that back when I first started, and then I just completely...
I wrote notes, and it's all in chronological order. It was basically like a semi-reaction to everything I saw.
1 second.
God damn, that movie pisses me off. And I'll probably tell you the number once we actually get to the actual fucking review because I almost want people to guess how much.
Oh my god! The amount of notes.
Yes,
or...
the amount of notes they put down.
Okay.
I numbered everything.
Under 10.
But yes, I just wanted to.
10, more than that, way more than that.
I just wanted to comment. Oh, I will say this though before I do go. I don't want to drain my battery too much, but I will say this. I finally checked out Strange Darling, which is on it's on Paramount Plus now. Dude, that movie was a fucking riot. I love that movie.
We had another overrated movie from last year. You see, this is a fucking pattern.
Oh, you shut your whore mouth,
yeah,
Victor.
You shut your whore mouth.
This is why you're reviewing The Roommate.
You shut your whore mouth. You're gonna pay for this.
Well, whenever it lands on your choice, then you can. But the fact of the matter is,
use my power. I'm the host.
Well, I'm the final boss. I'm an executive of the Network 3000. Wait, did Romy come in?
Soren was possessed by
Oh,
Romy.
yes, Soren. Welcome to the shenanigans of the Popcorn Pal podcast. But yeah, so Victor, I am the final boss. I am the Che. I owe it all of y'all. Not really, because I'm not a slave master. But my point is though, is that the fact is, the Che wants what the Che wants, and the Che gets what the Che gets.
Oh, jeez.
And if someone doesn't comply, then someone will perform a heel turn even bigger than John Cena.
Oh my god. That's right.
Anyway,
John Cena just
was
turned
me.
heel. John Cena just turned heel.
don't make me have Jared hug you and then me do the throat set and him kick you in the nuts.
Oh
If you
my
have any,
god,
Victor,
dude.
after this review.
Oh god, dude.
Anyway, I'll leave y'all to it.
Oh,
To your little Duche cameo. But yeah, don't disappoint me, gentlemen. I bear here crying at the end of the stream. What about Sydney Sweeney?
trust.
Oh, Sydney Sweeney. Well, you know that like in my little or my inner Scott Steiner, she's one of my.
No. 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 Hell no.
How dare you remove me from the show, you motherfucker? The Che is here, and the Che is talking about Sydney Sweeney. She could get it up. She could get in my. She could get in my boots. She could rattle my
Can't
boots.
act.
Like I said once before, I'll make that pussy squirt like Niagara Falls.
No, we're not repeating that again.
Oh.
Anyway, so yeah, y'all have fun, Victor.
God damn.
I will get my lotion ready as I get ready for your tears.
Not if
Actually, I don't even need the lotion. I just need your tears to lubricate me. Anyway,
pull Eddy and fucking beat you with a heel.
Oh my god.
Literally.
anyway, I'm very curious what next week's episode is going to be. But to let everybody know, before all joking aside, I unless I'm too sick, which again, hopefully, even though we had a dust wind this surprisingly today, but I will say I am going to be free for every Tuesday this whole month, so you don't have to worry. I will be here and all other stuff. So hopefully it'll be a cohesive thing for the rest of the month. So yeah, but again, it's understandable and all that stuff. But yeah, anyway, y'all take care and good luck with tonight's show. Proud of you guys. Later.
Yeah. I need good luck. I need good luck. Anyway, where you were talking.
All right, so yeah, back to my ranking.
Black Cauldron.
So
yeah,
yeah,
Black Cauldron.
Black Cauldron. Already said all I need to. Now,
also, that's another thing I want to say about Black Cauldron.
Uh-huh.
That's the first movie to use CGI for the Disney.
And the first
studio.
PG-rated animated
Also,
Disney.
the second movie overall to use the Disney Castle at the beginning.
That's right.
The first one was fucking Return to Oz. Yeah, you see the Disney Castle logo at the beginning of that movie, and then 5 minutes later, Dorothy's getting shock therapy.
That's insane.
Underrated film, by the way.
I remember being. I think I was in first grade, and somebody brought Return to Oz to like watch after
Jesus
recess.
Christ!
Yeah. I remember seeing the beginning of that movie, and I think my
Shock
teacher turned it
therapy.
off.
Because shock therapy.
And then 2 minutes later, we got talking chicken.
Okay, so this next one, a lot of people have a big fondness for this. Some people really do love this, and I'm glad, but I just can never get into it, except for the music in it are all bangers. It's actually Robin Hood.
Oh, boo!
I put Robin Hood this low. Yeah,
I'll have to write down my ranking before I chime in.
I enjoy it, but it's just never been one that I really care too much.
You do not shit
about.
on Whistle Stop. You don't shit on that.
I do love the music though. The music is awesome. I hum some of the stuff all the time.
I think I like it because it's a comedy, to be honest.
It is a funny movie. I
like it better than Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Like
that's
Peter
for sure.
Ustinov as
I like
Prince
it better than
John.
Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, because I don't have to deal with Kevin Costner with shitty accent.
Next.
Okay, my number 7 is Aristocats.
Okay, well, my number 6 is Aristocats, actually.
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It's cute. Again, I like the songs.
Probably
There
the
is
best
that
part
one
was the
song that doesn't
butler.
age as well, but you know what? Still good. Um, Noticing this one in particular, you really notice like the Xerox processing at play. Like it
And they
is
recycle
scratchy.
animation.
Like this is one of the most this is the scratchiest Disney animated Disney movie I've
Yeah.
seen.
My number 6 is Rescuers.
But yeah, it's good. It's fine. It's cute, and it's harmless in
I
the
know
end.
Gary really likes that movie.
That's his favorite Disney movie. That's his favorite. Aristocats.
Hmm.
That's his favorite.
All right. So now we get into the stuff that I actually really like and enjoy quite a bit. One of them, yeah, it is because of nostalgia.
Oh, jeez.
But next I have the Great
By the
Mouse
way, I
Effect.
bet as much as you didn't like Robin Hood, I bet you liked it better than the Jamie Dornan movie, 2018.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait. Jamie Dornan. I thought it was Taron Egerton. Or is he in that too? Is it Taron? I thought it was
You
Taron
correct me in the
Egerton.
comments.
I thought it was fucking Taylor Egerton. I thought it was him. Wasn't it him?
Or is Jamie Dornan
In that movie? Is he in that movie? He's just not Robin Hood? I don't know. That
Okay, I
movie
looked it up.
I
is
do
Taron
like.
Egerton
I
as
actually
Robin
do like
Hood.
the Russell Crowe Robin Hood.
I remember
I
seeing
haven't
that
seen it in
the
years,
Russell
though.
Crowe one time, and I think I liked that first, but then the more it went on, I was just bored.
I haven't seen
It
it.
is kind of boring, but
Because Ridley Scott, oh my god, at that time especially, Jesus Christ.
yeah.
From
So
what I heard, he turned Robin Hood into Diet Gladiator.
next I have. Next I have the Great Mouse Detective, which has one of
That's
the
fucking at least
coolest.
top 3.
It has one of the coolest third acts. Like that's just such a fantastic
And
set
one of the best
piece.
villains.
It's
Vincent
nice to
Price.
have like a little bit of a mystery with an animated Disney film and stuff. I feel like we don't.
I think
get a whole
this
lot of
movie is
that.
more so about the action than the mystery because it's pretty obvious who fucking did it.
Yeah.
Number 5 is Oliver and Company.
Those musical moments are really, really good too. The two that they have.
Only
Radigan's a
songs.
great villain, and the use of CGI in the Big Ben
I
clock
think it
tower
led
is
to Caps.
awesome.
It led to Caps. That whole scene led to Caps. And then what the fuck? Who's the composer of that movie? He did the Pink Panther. What the fuck's his name?
Harry Mancini.
Yes, his score's fantastic.
Next, I have Oliver and Company.
I don't care. I love
Robin
that
Hood.
movie. I love that movie. Everybody shits on it. Oh, it's dated. I don't care. It's fine.
I just have a lot of fun, and I just really enjoy watching this movie, and I think it's a pretty solid, adaptation, not reimagining of, the Oliver Twist story. It's cute. I really like the songs in it. I like the background animation, especially just the shots of New York that they are able to do. They actually took photographs of New York from like a dog's point of view.
Yeah,
And like I said,
is,
James
I
Mango
feel,
co-wrote it.
not only that, I feel like it's the first Disney movie that takes place in a contemporary, at least contemporary for the time, setting.
Yeah.
It screams the late 80s.
And you want to know, I just realized, I'm looking at his Wikipedia page. Apparently, it came out the same day as Land Before Time.
Yes, it did. But Oliver and Company beat it in total gross. It did.
Okay.
And that's what led it and Who Framed Roger Rabbit. That, even though that was Touchstone, but technically it's Disney. Touchstone, Disney, same thing. But that led to the Renaissance. Those two movies were very important. That's why I like Oliver and Company so much, because it led to the Renaissance. And also, let's put it this way. Why Should I Worry is one of the best Disney songs ever written.
I do love that song a lot.
Ever
By the
fucking
way, before you move on, if you ask me what my favorite Oliver Twist movie is, my favorite's the David Lean one from 1948.
you don't like the one for that one Best Picture in '68?
I
Oh,
really love.
Good movie.
I really love the musical from '68. I love that one a lot.
Yeah, the one that Ice Age 2 were referenced.
Yes.
Better than Roman Polanski's one? I think Roman Polanski did one.
I didn't know he did one. Wow.
Yeah, the movie where Oliver Twist is stuck with the creepy old man and also Fagin.
Oh God.
Anyway, so you're number 3.
My number 3. Now this is completely because of like nostalgia, where like this is ranking lower than probably normally would. I have Fox and the Hound,
Which is my number 3 as well.
Which is my amazing little spiritual successor to Bambi, which may in fact,
I think it's darker
until
than
I
Bambi.
rewatch Hunchback of Notre Dame, Bambi is my favorite animated film, like favorite Disney animated film.
And it also stars Grandpa Joe as the old man with the gun.
Fox and the Hound is so freaking good and so freaking sad.
That scene where Copper defends the fox from the shooter, that was just powerful.
There's very few there's very few movies that really like after I watch them, I like think back on them and they just like really bum me out and make me like sad like thinking about it. Like I think I was talking to Morgan after our rewatch and stuff, and I was like just relaying like what that ending meant to me and stuff, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm getting like choked up talking about it. Fox and the Hound is just a really fantastic film.
Yeah, it's dark too. I think
it is very dark. The one thing in it, of course, that like some people talk about, which it does happen in the original book that it's based on, is that is it Chief should have died. I think in the middle of the film.
That would be too brutal.
It would be, but yeah.
Remember, this is for children.
I know.
Think of the children, Jared. Think of the children, please.
I am. Those children need to cry.
It's okay. We'll wait
Those
until
children need a good cry.
Make a character.
All right. So my number 2. I've been paying attention to your scores, Soren. So I know you don't rank this one as highly, but yeah, The Rescuers. This is a movie I grew up.
Sequel is better. You fucking kidding me?
My number 2 is Great Mouse Detective, by the way.
I grew up.
We have to see number 1, Jared, but we'll get to that later.
Oh yes. The Rescuers. I
mean, it's cute enough, but not really the best.
I think it's a pretty mature Disney film.
Mature? Talk about the second movie, then we talk.
And I like those darker elements. I also really just enjoy the music, and again, a lot of nostalgia speaking here. I don't know. I just have always really liked the characters and enjoyed watching it, and every time I watch it, it's like I am taken back to when I would like just put it in my VHS and watch it like on repeat. It's one that has stuck with me, and actually I will say that after this rewatch in particular, it actually shot up for me than it has in like my past like several, rewatches like in the past couple of years. So doing a rewatch of it was well needed. And then of course for me, my number one, I
think we
think
can
this
say
is
it.
one of
I think we can say it all together now. 3, 2, 1. The Many Adventures of Winnie
Adventures
the
of
Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh.
Is that really count?
It yeah, but you know what?
Yeah, I know it's another one of those package
do
films,
count
but it's Winnie the Pooh, and who doesn't like Winnie the Pooh?
I'm
besides,
referencing the
China,
fact that it
but,
wasn't in the animation canon for the longest time. I think it wasn't until when Dinosaur became part of the canon. That's when they put Winnie the Pooh. I think it could have been earlier. I don't know, but I think it took them a while to make it the actual canon. To make it an actual Disney animated feature, not just some
But
random bullshit movie.
Winnie the Pooh is probably like, aside from Mickey, has kind of become like as big as the mouse in terms of like for Disney.
Yeah.
Until the fucking Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey bullshit started.
Yeah.
that's
Winnie
something.
the Pooh just knows how to absolutely warm your heart with its stories that are just absolutely cute, but also you just feel good while watching Winnie the Pooh, and I think that's why like that character has endured so much. He's so lovable. The characters are so lovable. It's why like even when they Disney milked Winnie the Pooh with
They milked it hard. They milked it dry.
New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh and The Search for Christopher Robin and the Tigger movie and stuff. I am here for some Winnie the Pooh. I love this character so much, and
who doesn't besides China?
Yeah.
Who doesn't except the people who made Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey? Because they hate them.
Winnie the Pooh, Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh in particular, is just a phenomenal little thing because obviously there were the shorts and there was the shorts already, and this kind of just compiles all of them together and like strings them together, but it's done so well in the storybook kind of format. It's playful. It's just one that it sticks with me like even now. But yeah, I love this movie, and it's my favorite of this era.
Same
It's
here.
funny because I feel like the second half of the Dark Age was better than the first half. At least I think.
I think it's one of those things where it's a struggle in the beginning because it's like how do you continue like right after Disney's death?
That's true. You have a point there.
So there's like a lot of like people trying to take charge because like Wolfgang Reitherman is the director for a lot of this era. Like before then, like there wasn't like a lot of sole directors. There was just like different directors for each section of the film, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
During the last years of the Silver Age, he was credited as like director and stuff, but then it was kind of the middle of it, like things are on track, and then it was kind of like Black Cauldron was that big, ambitious bust that they recovered from with the Gray Mouse Detective and Oliver and Company. So yeah, I don't think the Dark Age is that dark, but
it was decent. Decent.
It's decent. Yep, that's my topic.
All right, I'm gonna let Soren go.
So yeah, I already did my topic discussing the Oscars. I guess I have a mini topic. My it's concerning a cartoon I recently finished. My 10 favorite Ed and Eddy episodes.
Oh boy, Hunter's gonna go
Ooh.
crazy in the fucking chat. And I've never really, when I was a kid, when I watched it, I was like, "Oh, what is this?" But I never gravitated to that show when I was a kid. I'm gonna be
I
honest.
grew up on Ed and Eddy.
I never
Yeah,
gravitated towards it. I was always a
Ed.
SpongeBob
I think
kid.
Ed's my favorite. Ed, the original Ed, not Double D. Ed's my favorite. So yeah,
See, I was think I remember oh gosh, this because I was I hate saying it, but yeah, I was a stupid kid back when I was young because
who
like
wasn't?
everybody, well, yeah, but I grew up playing video games and stuff, and normal kids would be playing, Mario, Legend of Zelda, Metroid Prime, or something on like the PlayStation 2 and everything, Metal Gear Solid, all that jazz. Me, I was like movie licensed video games.
I was the same way. I was
Yep.
the same way.
I had Spider-Man. I had the Ang Lee Hulk video game, which
Oh
is
God,
kind of
help
sort
me.
of a sequel. I had, which actually is pretty solid, the Haunted Mansion video game. I
Probably
think I
better than
may
the
have talked
fucking
about that
movie.
for Haunted Mansion.
Probably better than the fucking
Um,
movie.
there
Yeah,
was a Ed and Eddy video game, the Miss Ed Ventures.
Oh
And
jeez.
I played that game so much. It was done in the art style of the series, and I just had a ball playing that game. In fact, I think I have it like in my closet right now. I haven't played it in
Let's
years.
vote. Which one was better, the Ed and Eddy video game or the Lost video game?
My best
not funny
friend
you mentioned
owns
that
the
show.
Lost video game. I need
Huh?
to borrow it from him.
I'm
Only to
sure
see
that
what
game is
Lost.
terrible, but come on.
So yeah, these aren't in any particular or just in.
Don't make me rank all 123 episodes of Lost, by the way, because if I did, oh boy.
It'll be longer than the Brule list.
It will be longer than my Kirsten Dunst ranking.
So yeah, I'm not gonna go into that much. Not really gonna go into detail. I'm just gonna go. This is this is it, and so forth. So yeah, it's only in order of release order. First up is A Glass of Warm Ed. This is where Ed is going around town eating everything in his sleep.
I do. Oh my gosh, I remember that. This is just going to be a nostalgia trip, this list.
Next up is Honor Thy Ed. Next up is X Marks the Ed, which probably has the funniest ending where Eddie's head gets shrunken down.
Okay, yes, I remember this one. This is mostly going to be like, yes, I remember that episode.
Next up is One Size Fits Ed. Then it's one of those Eds. Then Sorry Wrong Ed, the one with the haunted phone. Then Robin Ed. Then A Case of Ed. Then Boom Boom Out Goes the Ed. And then The Eds Are Coming, The Eds Are Coming, the special one.
What was the Outcomes the Ed one about?
Okay, yeah, out comes the...
Because that one's familiar to me.
Boom Boom Out Goes the Ed. Let me...
Or, yeah.
Oh, it's when the electricity goes out and they have to deal with the quote-unquote cannibal mutants in the sewers.
Oh dear.
I do not remember that. Let's see, this was 2000, air date 2005. Okay, I might have stopped watching Ed, and Eddy by this point, or maybe like I wasn't watching some of the new stuff. Because that doesn't seem familiar to me, but it sounds awesome.
Oh my god!
And I know there's going to be a comment or two asking me about what I think of Ed and Eddy's Big Picture Show, the big finale. It was okay. Felt it kind of dragged a bit in the middle, and I felt the climax was a bit rushed. But overall, it's pretty decent and pretty funny credit scene.
It's that means that series finale is not better than Lost because we had an hour and 45 minutes to end the damn show.
I haven't seen Lost, so I can't say.
Don't make me do it. Don't make me tell you to watch Lost. You'll be it's a disease. It's already on Netflix. It's right there. Anyhow, I guess I'll go now.
All right.
I guess since it's relevant, I'll do the top 20 biggest Oscar shocks of all time, which was published by Mumbo Jumbo.
All right, I'm all ears. I'm pretty much the big Oscar guy of the trio. So
Okay.
I'm all ears.
Oh yeah, I'm anti-award season, as you know. Number 20, new John Cena. This is only a few years ago.
Oh yeah, because they tried to tribute the thing that happened 50 years before with the streaker.
Yeah, the streaker in the 70s.
Oh yes,
like
I
that.
remember that.
You can't see my dick.
Yeah. Oh my gosh,
And the
I
ironic
forgot
thing is,
about
he was
that.
presenting best costuming.
Oh my god. Okay, number 19. This is so this part is so fucking relevant when you think about this year's Oscars. Number 19, the notorious "We Saw Your Boobs" number from when Seth MacFarlane hosted. I'm telling you, that song holds up because of what happened these past 2 years. Think about it. It's a ridiculous song. Everybody called it sexist, but look what the Oscars did now.
Yeah.
Look what it's done now.
By the way, Seth MacFarlane can't sing. I mean, I can't see him doing a Frank Sinatra biopic. I mean, he does sound like him.
I remember you saying that he's just got such a fantastic voice.
And I always think about that song. For some reason, that song comes back to me every once in a while. And I apparently, like on Monday, when I heard about Honora winning, I thought about the song. I thought about it. Number 18, Angelina Jolie's Brotherly Love.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what?
When she said that she kissed her brother or something like that, or she loved her brother.
I am so in love with my brother right now.
Yeah, when she won for what was it? Girl Interrupted.
Girl Interrupted.
That was the first time she won an Oscar. And it was just over the top.
Honestly, Angelina Jolie should have won for Changeling, the Clint Eastwood movie.
Oh yeah.
Either her or Kate Winslet for Revolutionary Road, not for The Reader.
Number 17, Bjork's Swan Dress. Bjork? She was at the Oscars?
I don't remember when
I
was
think
that?
she got nominated for Best Original Song. And the ironic thing is, guess who her co-nominee is? Lars von Trier.
Fuck! No, Colia was a no.
I am seeing the swan
they
dress.
Oh no. Feud.
The swan dress is terrible.
God damn it, Lars von Trier. Number 16, Barbra Streisand and Katharine Hepburn tie. They tied?
Yeah, the Katharine Hepburn won for Lion in Winter, and Barbra Streisand won for Funny Girl, both in the same year.
Oh.
Wow, that's shocking that there was a tie.
Yeah, it rarely happens.
Yeah, has there been any time?
I think one time, wasn't it cinematography in 2012 a tie? Or was it editing?
No, you're thinking of sound editing.
Yeah, sound editing. Skyfall and another movie. I can't quite
Zero
remember.
Dark 30.
Zero Dark 30.
I
That
don't
makes sense.
remember that at all. Wow.
Skyfall makes sense, but Zero Dark 30 makes a lot of sense, especially the scene where when Jessica Chastain's at that like bar or something and the fucking thing explodes and like it's one of the scariest jump scares I've ever seen in any movie.
That's a great movie.
I love that movie. That's my favorite Catherine Bigelow, actually. I prefer it over the Hurt Locker. And I love the Hurt Locker, but I prefer Zero Dark 30. Number 15, Adrian Brody's kissing session with Halle Berry. Oh, how relevant.
Something else to reference in this year's Oscars. At least in the press.
Oh, gee. Imagine if Cillian Murphy kissed him.
Yeah.
And he just did it for the laughs. Number 14, Sean Penn defends Jude Law.
I don't remember
2005.
What
And
was he
Sean Penn went off script to defend because apparently Chris Rock hosted that year and he took jabs at Jude Law, saying I guess he couldn't act, I guess. But then Sean Penn was like, "Oh, Jude Law is one of our finest actors." And it's a humorless response. It was awkward. Number 13,
God.
Charlie Chaplin's prolonged standing ovation.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I have watched that video.
And it was because he was pretty much banned out of the U.S. for the longest time, and right before he died, the Oscars are like, "Yeah, okay, we'll welcome you back for one last hurrah."
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Also, number 12, oh dear Lord, Adele Dazeem. Jesus Christ. I remember that, but like if it was yesterday. Like, how the fuck did you?
I remember where I was when that happened.
I mean, to quote William Hurt from History of Violence, how do you fuck that up?
Number 11.
Thankfully, Adema still got her revenge when she said Glom Gazingo.
Oh, yeah.
Number 11 was the worst endings to an Oscars ever when Anthony Hopkins won over Chadwick Boseman.
Oh, yeah.
One of the most cop-out, fucking abrupt endings you will ever see in your life.
Honestly, I'm not upset that Anthony Hopkins won. I'm upset that they even pulled that anticlimax.
Yeah. And also the fact that that was the last award that they did, not Best Picture, because they thought, oh, Chadwick Boseman's gonna win. That's why they did it. They instigated the whole thing. Had they put it in the correct order, I don't think this would be a cop-out ending. Although no Man Land was a fucking cop-out. I couldn't sit through half of that movie. Anyway. Number 10, Marissa Tomei surprise win. I'm sorry. I will continue to say on this show she fucking deserved it.
Yeah.
And people say, oh, he was strong and he misread it. How can you misread it?
No! Look at the scene at the very end with the courtroom. That's how she got it. Like, come on. Okay, this one I know. Oh, dear. I know about this one because it's a podcast I listen to called Telehell. They, review a lot of like bad TV shows and moments from TV shows, and they did a specific episode about this incident. The Rob Lowe Snow White musical number back in 1989.
Oh, yeah. If you thought the Snow White trailer this year was bad, you haven't seen nothing.
Rob Lowe was singing Proud Mary badly.
Oh, God, no.
And now we owe Rachel Zegler an apology.
Number 8, 2 words, Green Book.
Of all movies to win Best Picture.
The movie that made Spike Lee walk out.
Roma, A Star is Born, Black Panther. Even movies that weren't even nominated, Infinity War or Quiet Place. Green Book?
Green Book. And that year pissed me off too because First Man won Best Visual Effects over Ready Player One. Are you fucking kidding me? I couldn't even see the visual effects in First Man because the whole camera was on like this. Fucking hell, dude. Number 7, Streaker.
Speaking of that. Yeah.
Moving on. Why is this not number 1? Number 6, Crash.
Over
Crash.
Brokeback Mountain.
Honestly,
Brokeback-
Batman Begins deserved it over anybody. I'm going to be honest. Because I'm not saying Brokeback Mountain's a bad movie. I'm just saying
Good
Batman
Night,
Begins
Good
was the
Luck,
best movie of
Capone.
2005.
Munich.
Well, I've never seen Munich. Number
I need to see Munich.
Number
I really
5.
do.
Roman Polanski's best director win. Oh,
Oh,
how
yeah.
awkward! We're gonna give a standing ovation to an actual, like, a guy who raped and sodomized a teenage girl. Yeah.
I'll be honest. I'm one to separate the art from the artist. And say
I'm
that-
not with Roman Polanski. I'm not. I like to do that too, but not with him. Like, no, it's not true.
I do
cannot
want to see that
separate him.
movie though, because I mean, I heard it's fantastic and everything, and
Yeah, The Pianist is a great movie.
I'm not
I'll
saying
give
it's a
that
bad
the
movie.
win best
I'm
picture
just
over
saying.
Chicago.
and he is a great director. But it is funny thinking about it. It's just like
Gee, I wonder
even
why he
Spielberg
wasn't there to
getting up
accept
and
it.
clapping and everything. We're like,
Yeah. Number 4, one of the, I think one of the worst best pick. No, this is the other than, like, I name a couple. I name you Everywhere, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, whatever the fuck that movie's called. It's one of those overrated films of the decade, if not the most. And I think that was a bad best picture win. I thought Nora was a bad best picture win. I thought Crash was a bad best picture win. I thought The English Patient was bad. No, this is the worst one. Shakespeare in Love.
Shakespeare in Love. Over Saving Private Ryan. Over Life is Beautiful. Over The Truman Show. Over Thin Red Line. Over Prince of Egypt. Over American History X. Over basically anything.
Over fucking Can't Hardly Wait. No, I'm just kidding. But even though I love that movie.
Big
I
Lebowski.
love Can't Hardly Wait.
There's a bunch of others. 98 was not a bad year. But then, no. We got to do that? I
And
take
thanks
fucking
to that
Small
when-
Soldiers over fucking Shakespeare in Love.
And thanks to that, when Harvey Weinstein's now an Oscar winner.
Yeah,
Why?
and also he was he wasn't usually when he did movies he was the executive producer. But no, he was a producer on Shakespeare in Love. And I love Edward Zwick. I love him, but he's one of the producers on that fucking movie. I don't know if you know this.
I
But
did
yeah.
not know that. No.
Number 3, Marlon Brando declines the Best Actor Oscar. Is this the one with the fucking what's her face?
Is
Dashing
and
Little Feather or
fucking
something.
Yes.
fucking John Wayne.
John Wayne, fuck you. He's a good actor,
Fuck.
but a terrible person. I mean, John Wayne, in terms of Westerns, he's iconic, but as a person,
Damn. Dude
not-
walked out. Ugh.
So I guess he's like the Mel Gibson of that era.
he's the conservative Spike Lee. I'll put it that way. Number 2. Oh boy.
Moonlight.
La La Land.
that
Oh, yeah, where they pulled a Steve Harvey.
that was
And one of the producers of La La Land was like, "Oh no, we lost, by the way."
That-
No, guys, we didn't win.
that's
Yes, we didn't win.
another one where I was watching it. I'm just like, what is happening?
This is
And
like
then
the
Jimmy Kimmel came up on the board to ask Warren Beatty what the fuck happened. It became
Yeah,
like it was a stand-up routine. That's how hilarious it was.
Yeah, it's like the ending of Philosopher's Stone, where it's like Gryffindor wins. And actually, no, I'm sorry. It's like the ending of Philosopher's Stone, where it's
Sorcerer's
Okay.
Stone.
where, okay,
He
yes,
can say
Slytherin won the
philosopher.
big cup. No, just kidding. Gryffindor won.
Yeah.
And I'm still
Number
calling it Philosopher's Stone, by the way, because that was the original title. Moving on.
America. It's an American. That movie was produced by Americans. Unlike it took until the 4th movie to be pretty much produced by British people. This one was directed by an American. Damn it.
Moving on.
Number
All
1,
right,
Will
then.
Smith, Slap.
Yeah.
What a
When I remember when that happened, because I wasn't watching the Oscars. I didn't know about it until maybe hours after it happened. I was like, holy
you
shit.
you
And then
read
he
this
ended
stuff
up
and
winning
it's
the
like,
Oscar anyway.
man, the Oscars are filled with just the most insane moments.
And then, shockingly enough, last year, he got his career back. Bad Boys for Life. People forgave him. Not Bad Boys
Yeah.
for Life. Bad Boys Ride or Die. Excuse me. I still haven't seen that movie, by the way. I don't know why I haven't, but
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. But yeah, that whole scene, that whole thing, we were making jokes left and right. I remember.
Cumberbatch show one.
What was? Oh right, Power of the Dog. Power of the Dog. He was great in that movie, but the movie was overrated. But I think the performances are very good in that movie, particularly Cumberbatch. I think he did a very good job. But yeah, that whole slap. I think it's the most iconic moment of the Oscars. I'm going to be honest with you, because everybody kept talking about it. I think it overshadowed the actual award. People were just watching the YouTube clip over and over and over again. It's
Yeah,
like,
people keep forgetting that Dakota won Best Picture.
Yeah. And people, I think, still forget that Coda won Best Picture.
Yeah, mostly because Apple won't release it outside their streaming service. Not even a Blu-ray release.
I see, and well, Soren, that's why it's like I still want to watch. I want to rewatch, Killers of the Flower Moon, and I want to watch the director's cut of Napoleon. And
piracy, Jared, piracy.
I know, but
unofficial websites,
unofficial websites, unofficial apps, unofficial print sites.
You can get away with it, Jared. I should know.
I'll also buy a new Fire Stick so that it will be nice and updated, so that when I jailbreak it, it will be a little faster.
I always keep my shit up to date, Jared. I use one app for it. I won't tell you the name of it because I don't want to get shutting down. I don't want to get shut down, but I have my resources. Like, I used my resource to watch this godforsaken movie, which we're going to talk about now. Fuck commercials. Fuck the soup breaks. We're going right in.
Well, also remember, I didn't watch this.
I'm going right in. I'm practically. I do most of the talking anyway, because you know what? You're actually. At least you could participate in our conversation. You don't have to review the movie, but participate. Okay. Participate. That's all I ask for.
I am very interested to know both. Just hearing you guys talk about it, though, because the first time I heard about this movie was Jeremy Johns.
Really?
Reviewed it years ago.
Oh dear. Oh, this movie. This movie. I'm gonna get straight to it. This, as you know, well, you might know if you're a first time viewer, I apologize, because but if you don't know, this is one of my least favorite films of all time. It's right up there with Freddy Got Fingered. Right up there with fucking Matt. Yeah, you showed the real movie, damn it, Soren. That's why does that not have a 4K? Sony, why the fuck have you not put out a 4K? Why did you even give it to Shout Factory? They put out the Blu-ray. Why can't they come out with a 4K? But no, we're so lazy. They haven't even done Charlie's Angels Full Throttle yet. They did the first one a long time ago, but they didn't even do the second one. And they're still lazy. Damn it. This movie pisses me off more than most movies. It really does. It's in the top 5 at the very fucking least. Worst films I've ever seen. It's right up there with Bratz. It's right up there with fucking Freddy Got Fingered, North, Dirty Love, Geely, that kind of thing.
It's legitimately one of the most nothing movies I've ever seen. I watched it last night.
So without further ado, penning this TV spot. Somebody's calling me. Great, how fitting. Hold on.
Yeah, let's see. I wasn't able to watch this movie due to just being really busy. But I did want to at least watch the trailer for it. And the trailer just encapsulates just that era of movie trailers in 2011. from the trailer, it just doesn't even look good.
I haven't even watched the trailer, and I believe you.
It I mean, it kind of spoils some stuff, but like this is a movie that's also hard to like. I mean, the premise is kind of you have to get across the premise and everything. I just remember the like mother or something being like, "Is she taking her meds?" And she's like, "What?" And then insanity unfolds.
Yeah. Trust me, Jerry, if you've seen Single White Female, you've seen The Roommate.
Yeah, that's well. Let's see. I didn't even know that this was basically a unofficial remake of Single White Female until until I was hearing Victor talking about it, and then when we were actually reviewing Single White Female.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Billy Zane's in this movie?
Yeah, he plays a teacher.
Oh my gosh. I mean, that's the only one I really recognize. Okay. Guess it's not the worst. Yeah, let me see here. Yeah, I didn't look up too much. Roommate.
And before Vic comes in, I just want to say there is one funny moment in the classroom where the teacher's like, all the money in the world can't buy you style. And then the main girl's like, but I can buy you a good stylist. I thought that was kind of funny. But otherwise, this is just nothing.
Okay, so 3% on Rotten Tomatoes. Like 2.8 out of 10 rating.
Well deserved.
Devoid of chills, thrills, or even cheap titillation, The Roommate isn't even bad enough to be good.
Yeah, it was just boring.
Oh my gosh. I will eventually watch this just so that I can have suffered with you guys.
I'll pray for you when we'll pray for you when you get to it.
Thank you. Hey, at least it's only like a little over 90 minutes. Oh man, he must have really had to take a call.
I guess so.
Let's see here. Trying to look up stuff about the movie, if there is anything. In the original script, Sarah's favorite film was Coyote Ugly. In the finished film, it's The Devil Wears Prada.
So you guys have good taste, because I hear that's a good movie.
Yeah, I've never seen it, but it was on TV a lot. I know that.
I can imagine it was pretty popular.
See, the original cut of the film received an R rating, but the director re-edited and removed some more sexual and violent scenes and language. On an appeal, was rated PG-13. Okay, so it's the director's.
So I guess that's why the shower scene and the climax were so choppily edited, because they were edited down from an R.
Like, was he told by this.
Stop!
I mean,
Stop
he's told.
reviewing the fucking movie. Stop it! Stop it! I heard you. I had to take an important phone
Oh
call.
no, I was just looking up through like some of the trivia.
Oh jeez. Oh, let's just talk about this piece of shit. Brutal spot. I only have 30 seconds to calm down.
Every year, millions of people choose a roommate randomly.
I'm Rebecca. Hi, I'm Sarah.
Someone to move in with.
Where were you?
Got a curfew?
A total stranger.
Is that my necklace? Just trying it on.
This Friday,
She's been using my name.
the obsession
I won't let her get away with this.
begins.
I'm your roommate. I just want to be alive!
The Roommate, Friday, rated PG-13.
That is one of the worst edited commercials, and that's how also shows you how
Man.
bad the movie is
That
edited.
made me just want to sit down and watch a movie
Don't-
called Single White Female.
Oh, God. Maybe we'll go for the trivia. What we'll fucking how much? Let's go for the fucking basics first. We always fucking do this.
Yes,
because-
yes.
Oh God, let me just get Google up because my brain, I'm not even started yet. The Roommate is a 2011 American psychological thriller film directed
Yeah,
by a guy who
thriller.
I shit you not is named Christian E. Christensen. That's his name.
That sounds like a
E.
fake
Christensen.
name. He is Christian, son of Christian.
So his parents did the Richie Rich thing on him, just to reuse the last name on him for his first name.
Screenplay by Sonny Malahi. I think that's how you pronounce his name. And guess what? This movie does not credit the original screenwriter of Single White Female, Don Ruse, for the script of this movie, nor does it credit the actual person who wrote the novel Single White Female is based on. They passed it off as a completely original production. As we know, which we'll get to in a moment, it's a remake. There's elements of
Just with none of the thrills, none of the good acting, none of the
Yeah, this
anything.
opened on Super Bowl weekend. When Spice World was a better movie that opened on Super Bowl weekend, you know you done fucked it up.
I haven't
Produced by
seen
Roy
Spice-
Lee, who's produced a lot of other movies like the It movies, and Doug Davidson, starring Minka Kelly, Leighton Meester, Cam. I can never pronounce this guy's name. Cam
Giganet?
Giganet. That's how you pronounce his name.
I don't
Giganet?
know.
Ali Mishalka, Daniel Harris, not that. Daniel Harris, not not Jamie from
Daniel
Halloween,
Ackles.
yeah, from One Tree Hill. She's married to Jensen Ackles now from Supernatural. Francis Fisher and Billy Zane, released on
Billy Zane was
February
just
4th.
wasted.
February 4th, 2011, it came out. Distributed by the one and only Screen Gems, one of the worst fucking studios around.
Resident Evil.
$16 million budget, and it inexplicably made $52.5 million, making it a smashing success.
Wait, it was a.
It was a
I
success.
didn't know that it did
Because the
well.
movie only costed $16 million.
And plus, it was early February, so nothing really came out there.
Oh my gosh! If this movie came out today, it would not do this well. I don't think.
Well, here's the thing. They pulled the Blumhouse school. You make your movies cheap and you make money. The story or the plagiar. That's not even a story. It's a plagiarist fan fiction, if you will. When Sarah, a young design student from Iowa, arrives in college in Los Angeles, she is eager to fit in and get to know the big city. Her wealthy roommate, Rebecca, by the way, they don't do anything with the wealthy part of it, but anyway, we'll get to that, is more than eager to take Sarah under her wing and show her the ropes. This makes Rebecca sound like a completely different person compared to the actual movie. Anyway, the two become close. But when Sarah begins to branch out and make more friends on campus, Rebecca becomes more. Sarah begins to. Fuck, I'm already losing it. Begins to branch out and make more friends on campus, Rebecca becomes more resentful. Alarmed, Sarah moves in with her new boyfriend, causing Rebecca's behavior to take a violent turn. Believe it or not, folks, I have a fun fact. this is the worst reviewed movie we have ever done on this show. You want to know how much this has on Rotten Tomatoes?
3%.
3 motherfucking percent
so
rating.
Crazy.
Even the Fanatic has a higher score than this.
Yeah, because that movie is actually hilarious.
4.8 on IMDb, 2.2, I think, on Letterboxd. Was it 2.0? I think it's 2.2.
And
It
it was
is indeed 2.2. Metacritic, I got no fucking idea.
and it was Jeremy John's number 8 or number 7 worst of 2011.
Okay, where do we even begin?
The acting. The acting
No,
is
I have to explain myself in terms of how I fucking I hate this movie so much. 23. There you go. 23 on Metacritic. That sounds about right. But I guess I have to start with the movie that started it all, Single White Female, because I did a thing called Scared Shitless. It was an annual thing I did every Halloween where I watched a lot of horror movies and thriller movies on October. This is the first year I did it. I watched Single White Female. I'm like, wow, this is a great movie. I love this movie. The next day I saw The Roommate. I have told this story before, but I will tell it again. It took me 6 hours to finish. And it took me, I was so pissed off by the end of it, it took me 6 hours to calm down. So 12 hours of hell. A full day, pretty much, of hell.
I was just flat out bored by it.
I was so pissed off by this movie, and I consider it one of the worst films I've ever seen in my entire life. And you know what? This is the first time in 5 years that I've seen this movie. No, 6 years. Forgive me, 6 years. Folks, this is just as bad, if not worse, than when I first saw it.
Oh, God.
This movie is a flat-out steaming pile of dog shit. Ever. And yeah, I made Hunter swim through it for a bet one time. Because that movie pissed me off. You have to see how bad this fucking movie is. But this movie, here's the thing though. Before I even get through to why I hate it, I guess I have to go like scene by scene, because guess what? I'm going to answer the question how many notes I made. You want to know how many notes I made?
200.
88.
Okay.
I made 88 notes. And I wrote down pretty much it almost felt like a therapy session, almost. Like and I'm almost considering putting those 88 notes and putting them as my review on Letterboxd when I'm done with this.
That's hilarious.
So
I would read those.
How much I was losing my damn mind, because this movie, let me put it to you this way. I heard what you said, Jared. This is not an unofficial remake. Sony released Single White Female. Sony released this movie. It's pretty much official, but they lied about it. And I'll get to reasons why. You know your movie is bad when the movie hold on, let me get my fucking notes. I'm going to get my notes, my fucking browser and my notes. There. Better. I'm trying to have my notes so I can actually read some of these notes to you. So the movie starts out looking cheap. This movie starts out with using stock footage of Los Angeles. The movie starts with stock footage. It starts with stock footage. And with shitty CW indie rock. Anything you hear on the CW is in this movie.
Soundtrack itself is just
it's horrific.
Something you'd find in an after movie.
Like I said, to me, it felt like a fucking CW show. You hear this shit on the Vampire Diaries, which is ironic because a Vampire Diaries cast member shows up for one scene, which we'll get to, hopefully. So, the beginning of the movie, everything happens so... Did you notice in the first 5 minutes, too many things are happening? Like, it's like ADHD. Too many things are happening. Like, at the beginning of the movie, the first 30 seconds, she gets into the fucking college. She meets Ali Mashaka's character, who's supposedly the best friend. And then 3 minutes later, she's at a fucking, like, literally 30 seconds after that, she goes to this party and she meets this guy and she falls in love with him. 3 minutes into the damn movie, and he's never met this guy. Sarah has never met this guy before. 5 minutes in, they're already in love. And it's not like a Single White Female, by comparison. Ali and Sam were already together at the beginning. They were already together.
And this movie is 14 minutes shorter than Single White Female.
And yet, the the movie's like at times pads itself out, and other times like ADHD. It just goes keep fucking fast. It's almost like you're cocaine. But
The editing itself is just horrible.
oh, especially in the third act. But we'll get to it. Trust me.
And the shower scene.
Oh. You make Psycho 98 look good. I'm telling you that right now. You make Psycho 98 look good. But the main character, Sarah, played by Minka Kelly, she's completely just wasted. Because the guys spiked, they had a frat party, so they spiked the drinks with a punch with alcohol in it, so they can have sex with chicks. They literally say this. They spike the drinks so they can have sex with chicks. To score. Yeah. And by the way, Minka Kelly doesn't know how to act drunk. She doesn't. You notice that she does not know how to act drunk. She really doesn't. And then the guy played by Cam, whatever the fuck his name, the guy from the first Twilight movie. I'll just call him Twilight guy because he's one of them Twilight people. And he has a dopey face the whole movie too. His performance is awful because it's almost like he's like grinning. Even in the series, he's like grinning and like a dopey grin on his face the whole time. So literally even in the serious parts of the movie, he has a dopey grin on his face. Like he looks so dopey, more than dopey in Snow White. I mean, how many times have I said the word dopey now? So the guy named Steven spills beer on Sarah on purpose to start a conversation with her. Spills beer on her purpose. And this is 5 minutes into the movie. And there's the party, the best friend, she flashes the guys at one point on the stairs. She flashes them at one point because she's that drunk. And then they take her home. And the line that she says that because the guy, Steven, he's a drummer of this shitty CW Grey's Anatomy type band. Because the songs sound like you would hear that shit on Grey's Anatomy anyway. And she's completely drunk, and she says to him before the elevator goes, "Oh, you're that cute guy from that shitty band. Oh, you're hot." That's word for word that she says. And then, and then right afterwards, like 30 seconds later, Sarah kisses this guy. She hasn't known him for 20 minutes, and he kisses him. She kisses him. She hasn't known him for 20 minutes, and this is, again, 5 minutes into the fucking movie. 5 minutes, all of this happens. You would think that this would span 10, 20 minutes? No, this is in the first 5 minutes, and it doesn't really ever let up. So, Rebecca gets introduced in the scene in Single White Female after when Allie comes back from her little fling with Sam at the hotel after they got back together and they got engaged and they have sex, and then she opens the door and Hetty's there. What the hell have you been? That scene? They ripped it off twice in this movie. The first time is in this scene where she's actually introduced, and the whole thing is the whole apartment, the dorm is dark, and she turns on the light. Rip off, and the other one we'll get to much later. So they rip off a scene twice, and and then afterwards, after Rebecca introduces herself to Sarah, she goes instantly to the toilet to go vomit. 2 seconds, she just goes to vomit. It's really
like you 5 minutes in the movie, Victor.
That's what I said in my notes. Sarah instantly goes to vomit after seeing Rebecca for 2 seconds. I wish I could vomit on this movie. That's word for word what I said in my notes. And then the next day where my next note, quote, Sarah says, quote, "I didn't throw up last night on you, did I? Yet another line from this crap screenplay with Minka Kelly's delivery of said line being so shitty, you would think that this is an asylum movie."
The acting is just horrible.
It's horrifically bad. Minka Kelly's the worst of it, actually. Leighton Meester's awful too, but Minka Kelly, what the fuck is that? And she was on Friday Night Lights, the TV show, and she was good in that. And then in this movie, she gives zero emotion throughout the whole movie. You realize she says the same things. She says all her lines the same way, the same monotonous, monotone way. And she has only 2 expressions on her face: stone face and a goofy looking smile. That's it. That's it. And also, this movie has the balls to say this movie it's 2011, so it's like the iPhone and Android phones are already popular. But guess what? This movie uses flip phones in 2011. This movie uses flip phones. What the fuck is that, Sor? Why are you sleeping on Stitch? You got to get to work here.
I need someone to call to go through this movie.
Oh God, damn. And then at that point, Sarah's ex calls her because the character of Sam from Single White Female is split onto two different characters. One is Steven, which I obviously already mentioned, and then this ex, which I forget the character's name right now, played by the guy who voiced Anakin Skywalker on the Clone Wars, Matt Lanter, who's also in the TV show Timeless, which
Oh my god.
which was canceled way too soon. Okay, the character's name is Jason. I've ever played fucking Heavy Rain. Press X for Jason. Jason. Fucking, I'd rather do that than watch this movie ever again. So the X is pretty much, does the whole infidelity thing that Sam obviously does in Single White Female. But then Steven's like, oh, he's the straight guy. He's a good guy. And it pretty much eliminates the complexity of the Sam character by splitting it into two characters. Stupid. And and there's virtually no character development for either of them, really, other than the fact that one of them gets a relationship, is the love interest, but that's about it. The college's name is ULA. It's almost like they wanted to name it UCLA after the actual college, but then the UCLA people probably had a fit and they didn't want them to use their name. At least that's what I like to think that what happened. That UCLA was like, fuck you, you're not using our name on your piece of shit movie. Another difference from Single White Female compared to this. Rebecca, compared to Eddy, is rich. And it also, this is not a fucking Eat the Rich satire. Even the movie wants to be kind of like this Eat the Rich satire because she hates her parents so much. But Rebecca, for the most part, does not get any kind of motivation. There's no motivation to why she's doing what she's doing, and she's already crazy from frame one. In Single White Female, if you remember, Jared, it was a build-up. It was a build-up. A long build-up for the first hour. Rebecca's already crazy from minute one. She's already crazy from minute one. Like, fucking ridiculous. And, so, why Sarah's going to college? Well, she is like this fashion student. Like, she likes fashion and things like that. Even though she wears this shitty, I guess you'll agree with me, Soren. She wears this shitty fedora throughout most of the damn movie. The fedora... Yeah, you got style. This is a Billy Zane cause. Oh, you got desire for the passion of it, and you got style. Yeah, with that shitty looking fedora on your head. Yeah, Billy Zane, go back on the fucking Titanic.
Billy Zane was just wasted in that movie.
God, he was pretty much just playing Cal again, except bad. It's like a shitty version of Cal. He's pretty much playing Cal again. And let's see, other notes. Yeah, and Billy Zane plays the Stephen Tobolowsky character, Mitch. The business guy that, almost fucked around with Allie for a bit before he punched him in the balls. But and he's like, I was made a joke about he says at this scene, he says that, oh, some of you kids are gonna be the next Marc Jacobs or Vera Wang. And I said in my notes, these kids are not gonna be the next Marc Jacobs or Vera Wang or even fucking Calvin Klein. They would be the next designers for the Walmart brand of clothing. Great value. They would be doing great value. The fucking and also in Single White Female, Mitch at first doesn't, he doesn't like his creepiness doesn't show right away. Right away in this movie, Billy Zane is already creepy from frame one. He's already creepy. Like, it seems like Billy Zane always plays the same character too in every movie. He plays the creepy guy. He always does.
Yeah, like in Titanic.
Yeah, Titanic, fucking Demon Knight even. And yeah, next. There's this Facebook ripoff called Friendsters with a Z Frienders with a Z, with an EZ at the end. I don't know what's worse in terms of Facebook ripoff. This or Clicksters from that movie Cyberbully, if you've ever seen that movie. It was a
I've
made
never
for
even
TV.
heard of that movie.
Dude. Oh,
Oh my god, that's so funny because Morgan just watched that a couple days ago.
That movie, Cyberbully, is fucking unintentionally funny. That movie does cyberbully, like it doesn't tackle it well. It's fucking stupid. Anyway, and then at this point, you meet off screen this other friend that Sarah has called Irene, played by the chick from One Tree Hill, and her counterpart in this case would be Graham. Why? She's gay. Very simple. That's the only way I know that she's, and she, unlike Graham, she is given no personality. She feels like a gay stereotype. Graham didn't feel like a gay stereotype. Irene does. So in the scene after that, they go to this bar the club called 7 Grand. What's her name? Ali Mashaka, has a response for how the hell are we gonna get in? She says, quote, "We're hot." That's her explanation. How are they going to get in? We're hot. It feels like the script was written by a middle schooler on the playground trying to hit on girls.
I know, Twilight. I know.
Number 30. This is the 30th note already. Sarah has a shitty laptop. You want to know why? It's a Sony Vaio. And Sony Vaios are known for being faulty and breaking easily. How do I know? I had one when I was a kid.
And you want to know something about that Sony product placement? Guess who owns Screen Gems? Sony.
There's a lot of product placement for Sony. There's Sony cameras. There's Sony flip-top phones. Most of the products in this movie are there's even a PlayStation 3 controller in this movie. No, and also, so afterwards, Sarah and Rebecca go out to, because she gets away from the club. She doesn't like clubbing, I guess. So she gets pancakes with Rebecca. And guess what today is? Today is National Pancake Day. And
I even cooked up pancakes for dinner tonight.
I even had pancakes for breakfast. I'm cursed. We're cursed. So they go to this thing, like this workshop painting thing, like this exhibit, and Rebecca's favorite painting is like this painting of a nurse. And I said in my notes, this looks like a David Cronenberg movie, a bad David Cronenberg movie. That's what for some reason the painting reminded me of David Cronenberg and like his more shocking movies. Okay, this is the first absolutely egregious thing that they did in this movie. And I think Soren might agree with this. They gave Sarah, the protagonist, they gave her Hetty's backstory. Her sister died when she was 9. And the only difference is that they're not fucking twins. They gave the villain backstory to the protagonist, making Rebecca seem like she has no backstory. The only thing that you get from Rebecca in this movie, there's a twist midway through, and about how there's supposedly this twist that's supposed to be a twist. Oh, the twist! You know what the twist is? Guess what? It's so shocking. Guess what? She doesn't take pills. She's not taking her pills. Oh, what a shock! Oh, what a shock! Oh,
that was in the. I was telling Sora that I watched the trailer for this. And they do say that in the trailer. Is she taking her pills?
That's supposed to be like some stupid.
We're all gonna need some pills going through this movie.
God, I would need some prescription medication. I need some fucking Tylenol, thank you. And next after that, they mention in the movie that Sarah's favorite movie is The Devil Wears Prada. This makes me not want to watch The Devil Wears Prada. This makes me not want to watch it. I've never seen it because of this fucking movie. And I'm sure it's good. I'm sure people like it, but I don't like it. I mean, I don't like it because this movie, I don't know. And I said, and also, you know what's funny? They actually got the rights from Fox to use the poster for The Devil Wears Prada. How much money did Tom Rothman give Amy Pascal? By the way, they were both running. Rothman was running Fox. Amy Pascal was running Sony at the time this movie came out, and they were both running it like they were in a fucking midlife crisis, because this is right before Sony died. Like, this is like 3 years before the interview. 3 years, 4 years.
Yeah, 3 years before the interview.
So they were about to die, and they were giving Adam Sandler big budgets for his comedies. Like, just go with it. I believe it cost $100 million to make. Believe it or not. Why? Even though it costed $25 million at the very least. At my next note after that, guess what happened to me when I was watching this movie? At one point, the movie buffered on me and the app crashed on me. Even the internet. My internet crashed on me. My internet crashed. This movie is so bad, my internet wanted nothing to do with it.
I bet you wished the stage crashed.
God. Next is the introduction of the cat named Cuddles. Really?
What they do to the cat.
Listen, he or she is the equivalent of Buddy in Single White Female, the dog. Unlike in Single White Female, where you don't see the dog get killed on screen, they show it. They show Rebecca killing the cat all on screen. She puts him in the dryer, locks him in the dryer, and she kills him. With Single White Female, yes, Eddy did kill the dog, but at least you didn't fucking see it.
I wouldn't put you in the dryer, Oify.
This is why. Look, he's walking out. He's walking out. This is why. This movie is one of the reasons why PETA exists. That's why PETA is allowed to exist, because of this movie.
My cat's just looking at me, and he's like, "Bitch, you better not."
Yeah. Oh God.
Oh no.
Okay.
Soren needs some real comfort right now.
God, I already assaulted all my plushies last time. So yeah, then they have to, after that they pad out the runtime, where Sarah has to make a choice to go on her date with Steven or see the artist that Rebecca likes in like this art gallery or whatever. She decides to go on the art gallery with him, I believe. She ditches Steven for now. Apparently, when they're getting dressed, and obviously, like Single White Female, they share their fucking clothes and they take their clothes and they steal their clothes, just like in Single White Female. But apparently, Rebecca is apparently a quote unquote label whore in terms of fashion. They literally say this in the movie. Are you a labor whore? Labor whore.
What?
A label whore. A fashion label whore. And then shortly after that is the first fucking scene where Rebecca tries to kill somebody in the shower scene, where she goes after AJ McCalca's character of Tracy, and she has no damn good reason to go after her for it. When Eddy started killing people in Single White Female, she did that only as a last resort. Mm-hmm. She killed Sam as a last resort.
The editing in that shower scene.
But no, Rebecca is going to instantly want to kill people for no reason whatsoever. And the editing, like, right as there are jump scares in this movie, by the way. Unlike Single White Female, there's fucking jump scares. Of course, they're fucking jump scares. And then when she attacks him in the shower, it just keeps cutting. It just keeps cutting like a fucking Olivier Megaton movie. It keeps cut. It's like Taken 3. Although that's nothing compared to the third act. Nothing. And then shortly after that, I know Soren could agree with me on this. Thank you for mentioning it, Soren. Her character, Ali Mashaka's character, is in one more scene where she says, "I'm leaving," and she's gone for the rest of the movie. You never see her again, even though she got attacked in the fucking shower. She's allowed to stay alive, and she's just gone. She's gone. They never mention her again. They don't. To me, I have a
that sounds so terrible.
I have a theory that she knew the movie was bad and she wanted out of her contract. That's my conspiracy theory mind. We're at work here. I think she wanted out. I really think. And if that's the case, You know what? Lucky her, because she's barely in the movie. This is, you know, when this happens, it's only when she leaves, when she exits the movie, it's only 38 minutes in. She's gone after the 38-minute mark. That's it. Bye bye. See you never. Oh my god, dude! I'm not even fucking finished. So, you know, I read over notes. Steven has a dopey face. I said that, and then and the reason why she goes after her, there's a supposed reason to it. Guess what the reason is? The reason why she goes after not AJ McCullough, that's her sister, Ali Mashaka, is because she's promiscuous and she calls her a slut and a bad influence. Even though, what? Just because she's a slut, that's why you want to kill her? That's not. That's it. She's a slut. Go die. That's it. Really?
No.
That's the motivation.
That's all you need.
That's all you need. She's a slut. That's it. God. Whore. Fucking Jesus Christ. This movie also has one of my biggest pet peeves in terms of cinematography when a movie is shot digitally. When they shoot a scene at a higher frame rate and they convert it down to 24 and it looks smeary and ugly.
Oh.
I hate it when Michael Mann does this all the time. And his cinematography is usually very good, but in Collateral, sometimes this happens. And I'm like, ugh. I don't understand that. And then there's this one scene where they go, Sarah and Steven go on a date, and they're like, oh, I want to have sex with you, and you know, I want to go back to my place, but I have a roommate there, and maybe I'll go to your place. And it's like, oh, want to have a bet? You want to know what the bet was? The bet is, I shit you not, this makes She's All That look like a realistic plot. You know what this is? The bet was who could survive the monkey bars for longer. Who could still lead on to the fucking monkey bars, and then we go to whoever place to have sex. That's it. This makes She's All That look realistic, and I like She's All That, but I know that, but it was not realistic in that movie. This makes it even worse. You probably missed my fucking rant, Soren, about how
don't worry, I overheard. I was
Okay.
just in the room.
And then they were gonna go fuck already. This is 30 minutes into the movie, and they already want to fuck. And then you know, he's out. His room is a fucking mess, so he tries to clean everything up. And she's saying, "Oh, I'm stripping. I'm taking off my shirt and everything." Like he says, and I quote, "Damn it, this is my striptease." It's so stupider and stupider every time I talk about this movie. Stupider, it just gets worse.
I already hated this movie when I saw it last night, and somehow I think I hate it even more when you're talking about it.
And then they go.
Was that your first time seeing it, Soren?
Yeah,
it was.
Okay.
And then, you know, they go fuck. And then meanwhile, apparently Rebecca's is in the dorm, and Sarah left her phone. And she answers the phone, and it's Sarah's ex. And you know what she does? She talks to him on the phone, and you know what she does? She pretends that she's Sarah, and she masturbates while on the line with him. And he's masturbating too. What? And then at the end, when she's finally all cummed out, she says, "Don't call me ever again." And it's all the slow-mo with the mixed in with the sex scene. I'm just like, this makes the room sex scene look good, man. It really does.
That's saying a lot.
Oh my god. And then we get to the part where she kills the damn cat in the fucking dryer. She says, the cat left. No, she killed him. She killed him. They show it on the fucking screen. How could the cat run away from the dryer when it's locked? She killed him.
I'm still fucking upset that they even showed it on screen like that.
Oh my god, dude.
And I'm not even the biggest cat lover. I mean, I do like cats, but...
You like Tom Hooper very much?
Cats is a guilty pleasure of mine, not gonna lie.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Moving on. So next scene is where Billy Zane tries to hit on Sarah. This is the scene when Mitch hit on Allie in Single White Female, and he says to her like he's looking at her designs, and she says that her fashion, like, it looks ugly. Like the pictures that we saw. I'm not a big fashion expert, but I bet you Anna Wintour would not be obsessed with this. I bet she'd tell you this is a piece of shit. And he says that, oh, her style and fashion, it's kinky and it's edgy. It's kinky and edgy. That's what they say. It's kinky and it's edgy.
Ooh, that's cringy.
God damn. And then she sends her an invitation. I have an assistant. I work for an assistant to go to Fashion Week Paris with me. Do you want to come? And he's like, oh wow. And then right abruptly, Billy Zane kisses Sarah. Right up there. She just kisses her out of nowhere. And he's like, oh, what the fuck? And then she leaves like, oh, the invitation's still there if you want to come. And the scene is shot like an M. Night Shyamalan movie. Why? Because the places are so close up. They're right in front of your face.
Insert it in a clip here.
And then Rebecca, as revenge, wants to act all promiscuous to get to Billy Zane. Yeah, so much for hating sluts, right, Rebecca? So much for hating her, huh? Hypocrite. And I said in this scene that it comes about as comedic. It feels almost comedic. That scene almost feels like comedic. And then I almost felt like Sean Baker in his fucked up imagination. I feel like he saw this and got inspiration for Nora. Okay, that's the last time I'm gonna mention Nora in this fucking episode. No, and then it's been this is my note number 67. It's been almost an hour into the movie, and Sarah still hasn't figured out that Rebecca's crazy. It takes a full hour, I shit you not, for her to realize that Rebecca's crazy. Allie figured it out quicker. I think it's not even 15 minutes into the Single White Female where she figures out she's crazy. And that movie's longer. That one was almost 2 hours. This was only 90 minutes. And it takes a full 2/3 of the runtime. And even after she figures out that she's crazy, Sarah still makes stupid decisions. Oh God.
Oh.
And then the fucking band performs again. It's like this song, like about midway through, reminded me of something like the fucking song from the Winnie the Pooh trailer, the Keen song, Somewhere Only We Know. It sounded like that.
Oh no!
Like, what the fuck? It sounded like something off of Grey's Anatomy. And then abruptly, like the music abruptly cuts to fucking Rebecca hitting herself in the head. And I believe this is the scene where she, believe it or not, cuts herself to fake an injury. Oh, she got hit in the alley, but she cuts herself. Yeah, role model, ladies and gentlemen, promoting cutting yourself. Congratulations. And it's the fakest reaction, the fakest thing that Rebecca could do, because it's clearly fake. Her reaction seems fake, but Sarah doesn't figure it out because she's that fucking stupid of a character. Then it cuts to Thanksgiving weekend, and they're about to go on a Rebecca invites Sarah to go over to her parents' place. And Sarah and Steven have a little talk, and he says, I'm going to miss you. He says, you know what? I'm just going to make out with my pillow and pretend it's you anyway. So does he like body pillows from Japan? Those body pillows of anime chicks in Japan would just dry hump on the body pillow? Fucking Steven's creepy fetish? Okay, so we meet Rebecca's folks. The dad's name is Jeff. You want to know what the mother's name is? This is how I knew it was a remake. You want to guess what the mother's name is?
Oh no.
You want to guess?
Well.
No cheating.
No
cheating.
See, it's been a while since I've seen the other movies, so.
All right, fine. I'll help you. Rebecca's mother's name is Allison. Oh! And she has a similar haircut to what Bridget Fonda had in Single White Female. You're telling me this is an original production screen?
Oh my god, okay.
Down to the goddamn T. Trust me. Soren saw the movie. The haircut is almost exactly the same.
Yeah.
It's almost exactly the fucking same. If the dad's name was Sam, I would have fucking had an aneurysm. But thankfully, his name is fucking Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
Oh, for fuck's sake. And then this is the scene where she finds out, oh, she hasn't been taking her pills. Has she been taking her pills? Yeah, that's in the fucking trailer. Thanks for ruining that, asshole. Yeah, but it's a twist. And then then it cuts to the scene where they're at a Starbucks ripoff or whatever, and then the fucking CW cast member who I've hinted at appears. It's Nina Dobrev from the Vampire Diaries, making a small cameo in this movie as Rebecca's so-called friend, even though at the end of this scene, she claims that they weren't really ever friends. She only has 3 lines. She probably only did it for the goddamn paycheck. And then she could go back to working with Boone Carlisle from Lost, who is not dead because he's a vampire on that show. Yes, Ian Somerhalder is in that show too. Now, and then after that, Rebecca tries to find Irene, fucking Sarah's other friend, who's like a big fashion assistant or whatever, and it's now homophobic because she tries to get into Irene's pants because she's a lesbian. I already told you she's the Graham equivalent, and Rebecca, up to this point, it hasn't even hinted that she's gay, so she's pretending to be a lesbian to kidnap her and tie her up to her bed for the climax. Homophobic much?
Oh no.
This makes Amelia Perez has fucking competition, ladies and gentlemen. And then they rip off the scene in Single White View where Hetty gets the same haircut as Allison, except this time it's the same tattoo of her fucking dead sister's name on it. And the song that's in the background, I said in my notes that it sounded like fucking Nickelback.
Like I said, it sounded like something out those after movies.
And then then Anakin Skywalker shows up, the X, and then 15 minutes left of the movie, and now Rebecca wants to kill the X. 15 minutes left, 10 minutes without credits, and she wants to kill the X now? It took about halfway through when Sam died. But no, 10 minutes for the end of the movie? Oh, I'm going to kill him now. Just because. I'm just going to kill him. And she said never call him again. Yeah, she goes to him to fucking kill him. And he's never brought up again. She never even knows her ex is dead. And it's a bloodless death, too. She stabs him in the chest. There's no blood because it's PG-13.
And the funny thing is, this was originally R rating, but then they cut it down to make it PG-13.
How is this movie R? How was this R even considered for an R? This is like PG-13 all the way. Even the sex is PG-13.
It's so crazy.
And then here comes the climax, the third act. Some of the worst camera work. I swear to you, this is some of the worst camera work and some of the worst editing I've ever seen in my entire life. This is Taken 3 levels incompetent. This reminded me of Taken 3 because they keep shaking the camera because the actors can't do their own stunts, so shake the camera and then it quits quick cutting like a Europa Corp movie. Cut every 5 seconds. Cut. And also, the movie ends, like the climax ends on an anti-climax. You know why? Because all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, Sarah just stabs her once. That's it. And then she just knocks out. And then they fake out that she's alive, but then she doesn't get up to fight. She just dies after the fake out jump scare. She just dies like a whip. Because obviously they kidnapped the fucking Irene and all that stuff, but that doesn't go anywhere. And then and also in this scene, this is where Leighton Meester, who plays Rebecca, goes into overacting 101. This is like John Travolta levels of overacting in The Fanatic. This is like the same overacting. And then the movie ends on a shitty joke about how she moved into another dorm and they take out the extra bed in the room because she doesn't want to have a roommate anymore. And that's the last thing we see, and the movie's over. Soren, you want to talk for a minute about this movie? Because I need a break.
Yeah, this movie was just a nothing experience. I was just bored by it and annoyed. Rips up its diet single white female, its diet fatal attraction. It's just It's just like those movies in the early 2010s where they ripped off Fatal Attraction over and over, like Boy Next Door or something. It gets a seal raise from me. Absolutely garbage movie. No reason to see it.
It would be a equivalent of a Seal of Rage for me too, but you know me, I go by my fucking weird fucking scores. But this movie, if you've seen Single White Female, you've seen this movie, but it's done. It does everything wrong. Everything that Single White Female gets right, and it's like everything that's intelligent about that movie, this movie makes it stupid. Like you feel stupid as it goes along.
This just sounds like a really like painfully boring kind of experience, especially when you're like experiencing like the exact same movie. But
yeah, pretty much.
This makes Lifetime movies look good. I swear.
I was about to say, I'm like, does it
except
have?
for maybe 15 and
feel
Pregnant
like
because we
Lifetime
don't talk about
movie
that movie anymore. Like this movie makes Lifetime Fatal Attraction ripoffs look entertaining because at least those movies you can laugh at. At least with The Fanatic, I can laugh at that movie so hard that I think it's enjoyable. And that's a terrible movie. But I can laugh at that movie and have fun. I can't have fun watching this movie. It gives me fucking stress. Absolute stress. And that's why, at the end of the day, this movie's getting a fucking -1 out of 5. No, fuck it. -1 out of 10. I never even used 10, but this deserves it.
Ooh.
This movie is hell incarnate.
What about my worst stuff for 2011 if it wasn't
It
for
is
Bucky
the
Awards?
worst. I think it's worse than Jack and Jill. You kidding me? I think it's worse. Yes, I do. I actually think it's worse than Bucky Larson. I fucking despise Bucky Larson. I hated Bucky Larson worse than Jack and Jill. But I hated The Roommate even more than Bucky Larson. And if that doesn't tell you anything, I don't know what does.
Yeah, that's saying a lot.
Because Bucky Larson is pure dog shit, too. I remember watch fucking Nick Swartz and act like a fucking idiot. Then Leighton Meester go crazy. God. This movie kills me. It kills my soul. It really does. And the fact that it made 50 plus million at the box office, whoever paid to pay, except for Justin, because I love the man. But other than him, whoever paid to see this movie, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should really be ashamed of yourself. Also, one of the worst reviews of the movie was done by Peter Travers of Rolling Stone. Well, he was at Rolling Stone at the time. He's at ABC News now, but Peter Travers is a very famous critic. He said, quote, "The Roommate, the umpteenth uncredited remake of 1992 Single White Female sucks bad. Real bad. Danish director Christian E. Christensen has no flair for suspense." That's what he said in his review.
I think I did look up that review because
You know what's even worse? This one was nominated for MTV Movie Awards.
oh no, that's just sad.
Yeah, because they'll nominate anything.
It was nominated
That's
for
true.
Best Scared as Shit Performance, that's Minka Kelly, and Best Villain for Leighton Meester. Best Villain. And what's even ironic, Jasper Jason Leigh won Best Villain for Single White Female back in '93's MTV Movie Awards.
Yeah, best scare shit performance. No, that award should go to Victor through this movie because he's scared of this movie.
Who won that year for the record? I want to find out.
Tom
Felton for Harry Potter? He wasn't even the villain. That was Ray Fiennes, you fucking idiot. MTV, you were an idiot. And then it was nominated for 5 Teen Choice Awards. 5 Teen Choice. I know Teen Choice Awards is not relevant, but it was nominated for 5 Teen Choice Awards. For Choice Movie Villain, Choice Movie Female Scene Stealer for Ali Mashaka, even though her character is gone from the movie 38 minutes in. Yeah, see, so much for scene stealing, she's gone out, not even halfway through. Best Actress Drama for Minka Kelly. Best Choice Movie Actor Drama for Cam Gadnet. And Best Choice Movie Drama. The fact that this got awards at all, like positive, even if it's for the Teen Choice Awards, which is Teen Choice Awards is fucking awful. But the fact that it even got awards at the end of the day, it makes me sick. It makes me sick to my stomach. This is one of the worst films I've ever fucking seen. Ever. And guess what? This movie, you know the poster? The poster you see on Wikipedia? Apparently, that was stolen from a stock photo from a college. What's the name of the college? It was the Christie Administration Building in Southwestern College in Kansas. They stole a stock photo of a college, a real-life college, without telling. The Screen Gems stole it without telling them about it. And
Even though this movie takes place in Los Angeles.
And apparently they didn't. The Screen Gems didn't ask for permission, and I think they said that no lawsuits were filed. Why the fuck did they not file a lawsuit? They could have won the case.
Probably the same reason why the producer of Single White Female didn't file a lawsuit.
Jesus Christ. Also, I forgot to mention one thing. The musical score. What musical score? It's generic. It's generic. It's done by John Frizzell, who did the score for Office Space, and I Still What You Did Last Summer, and Josie and the Pussycats, and fucking 13 Ghosts, and some of these movies I like, but I don't remember the scores to them. All he does is generic crap.
All the soundtrack is just shitty.
And then the songs, it's just CW shit.
Yeah.
He also actually did the score to When the Bow Breaks. Oh, how ironic. It's a Fatal Attraction, another Screen Gems, Fatal Attraction, Single White Female Wannabe. That produced by I think it was produced by Will Packer, that one. You know, for the African-American crowd. I think that was it? No. Actually, it was produced by Bob Shea, the guy who used to run New Line. What the fuck? Oh, this movie's awful. Moral of the story, the movie is awful. How many times do I have to say The Roommate is awful? It literally kills my brain cells every time I sit through it. I'm surprised I got through this review in one fucking piece. Oh my god. I'm surprised we're even done early.
Man.
I'm just considering I had so much to say. Maybe it's
you've convinced me to hold off watching it for even longer time.
Screen Gems kills me. Like, Jared, have you seen a good Screen Gems movie? Just be honest.
Let me take a gander through
Searching
Screen Gems for a second.
Okay, other than searching and missing, you obviously, but like other than that,
okay.
like seriously, they fucking suck.
Let me do their.
Oh dear.
Let me get to the 2010s because that's when I would have.
Oh dear.
Well, I mean, I'm looking at older stuff that I have like nostalgia for, but no.
Okay, Don't Breathe, I hear is good.
Nope. Nah.
Easy A, I hear is good.
Yeah, I've heard Easy A is good.
I'm seeing Arlington Road. And Mark Pellington directed that movie, so obviously I'm gonna, because he's in Jerry Maguire.
I do want to see Deliver Us from Evil.
Oh no, Mark Worthington. No. What did you say?
Deliver Us from Evil.
Oh yes, that's Scott Derrickson, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I
yes.
forgot that I forgot that they were the ones that did Slender Man, the movie that I made an entire theater. I made an entire theater just start laughing.
You want to tell the story because it's more entertaining than this fucking movie, and we're running short. Well, not running short, but tell the story. I want you to tell it.
What
how you made people laugh during Slender Man?
Okay, so yeah, I went and saw Slender Man because like one of my friends was like, "Oh, hey, let's all just go see Slender Man. Like it's supposed to be really terrible and everything." We're like, "Yeah, okay, sure." Well, first of all, I had never been in a theater before where I've like seen my cat's being an asshole. He's wanting fed. But anyway, I've never been in a theater where I've seen so many people get up and leave the theater to never return. That like I've seen people leave early maybe, but like it's often been, they really need to pee or they have to take their child to use the restroom or something,
Can't talk long. I
something
got
like
to.
that. People were literally just leaving the theater and it was crazy. But we're watching this movie and this movie's really fucking bad. Like Slender Man is so incompetently bad. And I'm trying to hold in some of my laughter and everything. And then there's this part in the movie where this couple, like they're on the couch or something, and the boyfriend is like on top of her, like kissing her or something, and then all of a sudden he gets all boogeyman looking shit and everything. He's like, like that, and I burst out laughing. I'm like, I could not hold it in. That was so absolutely funny because it was supposed to be, a jump scare of like actually showing something scary, but it wasn't. The problem was it wasn't scary.
Yeah, it was stupid.
It was really stupid. And then after that, the entire theater, like I think everybody was wanting to laugh during this film, and then they just couldn't, and I like broke the seal.
Oh my god.
And so everybody started laughing at the movie for the rest of the film.
That movie is, I've seen it. It's very fucking bad. And it proves that Joey King needs to fire her fucking agent. It's Bullet Train's a fluke, guys. I'm officially calling it. It's a fucking fluke. She's made nothing but shit before and after. Okay, Oz the Great and Powerful was pretty good. I'll admit. That was underrated. But damn. That was more entertaining than the fucking movie. It really was. That was more entertaining than that piece of shit. But so now I guess we should spin the wheel. But before I get into that, oh god, this movie's killing me. That because Soren is new, I asked him before last night, what movies you want to put on the wheel? I asked him, of course, 10. Usually, whenever I get a new member, I asked for 10 movies so we could put on the wheel, and he chose the following: The Producers, the original, not the 2005 one.
That's a good one.
Unfortunately, he also chose the goddamn emoji movie. Hail Caesar from the Coens.
I like that one. Yeah.
Oh, Fant Four Stick. The Brutalist, which I already mentioned.
Yeah.
That's my boy. With
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it, but I heard it's terrible.
I'm loving these choices.
Technically, the next one was supposed to be Deadpool and Wolverine, but I told him about our franchise rules, so I guess we compromised, gave him the first Deadpool. Okay. Next, the Loud House movie. All I know about is that the TV show is a toxic fandom. It's an animated cartoon. The Emperor's New Groove is next. And finally, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Well, that will be fun because we could start bickering and arguing how much I love the movie and everybody else
I love that movie too.
Me too.
All I gotta do is fucking randomize this a little bit. Let's just shuffle that real quick. There, makes it easier on my part because it makes it more suspenseful that way because not just Soren covering 1/3 of the fucking wheel. I swear to God, I almost feel like I should punish him, Chayton that is, and do Wicked. But you know what? Maybe I might wait. I might wait and give it to him.
Okay, so I'm Pink. All right.
But yes, I made sure you were Pink. So 3, 2, 1. Hopefully, it's not something, not anything bad.
No whammies, no
whammies, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Stop! Oh no, not a found footage movie.
I haven't even seen the previous movies.
I think I have seen the first one.
Guess I have a bit of extra homework until next week.
Wait a minute. who had this? Oh, it's Tom's choice. We have to wait till he gets here. We have to spin again.
Okay, never
Okay.
mind then.
Okay.
Never mind, spin it again. We have to wait till Tom. I'm sorry. I'm not cheating. I'm saying, oh, it's gonna spin on it again. No, do not do it because wait. Oh, it's another Kirsten Dunst movie. Dunst Media 2, Electric Boogaloo, bitch.
That's perfect because I haven't actually seen that movie before.
I haven't seen that one either.
Go ahead, continue with the comments. We were like, boo. You were like, boo. I don't care. I love this movie. When the fucking 4K is coming out? They say it's come out this month.
Okay. In a second.
Oh my god.
Oh, don't worry. Jerry and I will make sure fix
To
that.
be
fix
fair,
that
I'm
thing.
not doing another ranking, so I bet you we're gonna go over under 4 hours. That's for
All right.
I'm not doing it. I don't know. I feel like maybe though I should like. And this is the only Bring It On movie we're doing. We're not doing the direct-to-video sequels. Hell no, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just gonna pretend
Hard.
the original is the only one that exists.
Yay! I get to be indulgent. This is what you get, Shane. I don't even need to bring Wicked anymore. I'm like, people are like, oh, he was also like, this is what you get for the Girls the Dunst ranking. I'm like, karma's a bitch, ain't it, Chayton? Chayton? If he's watching, karma's a bitch, ain't it? It's a bitch. And then I'm looking in the forum. People are mad. Dunst Media 2 was among us.
Dunst Media 2, can't wait to see it.
Like G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. Oh God! So I guess we're gonna get out unless Chayton has the final say. I don't even know if he's still on, but he's gonna be pissed when I tell him. Unless he finds out, he's like, "Oh fuck you, man." But yeah, that's it. Soren, you did good. You did good.
That was great.
Thanks.
And it's funny because I literally was having a fucking aneurysm tonight. But you know what? We're gonna do Bring It On, a movie that makes me happy.
It's always good to do something that makes you happy, but after,
not
shit.
before.
Yeah, this was fun. This was fun.
Yeah. So yeah, it was good, and we got done under 11. So now my sister's not gonna claim to go to bed. So next time, Dunst Mania 2, Electric Boogaloo, everybody. Nobody expected that to happen, but you know what? I'm gonna make sure there's a fucking. I thought it was gonna be Dunst Mania 2 was gonna be either Jumanji or Spider-Man 2. I'm gonna be honest, but no, we're doing Bring It On now. Which is, ironically enough, even though she did the Virgin Suicides, even though Virgin Suicides came out before this movie, technically, no, before? After? It came out before this movie, because it came out in 2000, technically speaking, but before that. But yeah, there you go. It put her kind of on the map to go to do Spider-Man in a way, but I guess I could talk about it next week. In the meantime, Chayton, this is what you get, man. This is what you get.
Fun.
And I would have been and honestly, if it landed on my choice, I would have done Wicked. Fuck it, because to get back at him. But you know what? This is good enough. So yeah. With that being said, thank you for watching. We actually are under 3 hours for once in our lives. And I guess in terms of next week, I hope maybe what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my top movies of 2023. Hopefully, I'm not going to include the brutal list because I'm going to do it for this show. 2024. You fucking.
You don't even know what year it is.
Yeah, what year is this? Do we have to go back? Huh, Jack? Do we have to go back?
Oh no.
Oh God, I'm having a stroke. I'm done. Goodbye.